Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's another beautiful day here for some CBL baseball at David E. Hastings Stadium. Zach Benoit alongside Max Purdon. Max, we are officially in the second half of the season. The All-Star break, it is behind us. It was a riveting weekend out there in Chatham, Kent. The events were festive. The teams were very fun to watch, and that home run derby, that was electric to watch as well. But officially in the second half of the season, the Guelph Royals, they will welcome in the Hamilton Cardinals to kick things off here in the second half.
Yeah, solid first half of the season for the Royals. They find themselves 4.5 games above the playoff line, so comfortably in playoff position heading into the second half of the season. Now I think, down the stretch of this campaign, the focus is going to be trying to get into maybe that 2 or 3 seed spot so you don't have to play in that one game play-in between the 4 and 5 seed. And who do they have here tonight to play? The Hamilton Cardinals, who are sitting in that highly desirable 3 seed right now, just a single game up on the Royals, so a real opportunity here to make up some ground.
Yeah, and the Hamilton Cardinals, before the break, they were riding a 6-game win streak. They then faced the Maple Leafs, and they dropped that game, but they entered nicely before the break. They played the Maple Leafs one more time at Bernie Arbor, and they were able to take that game, so they entered on a 1-game win streak, 7-3 in their last 10. The Royals are 6-4. Guelph, the first half of the year, it didn't start out the way that they wanted it to start. I mean, it was 0-5 to start. They caught fire after that, became one of the hottest teams in the league, and a lot of the words and buzz that I'm hearing around the dugout and the team is that, that momentum, it's going to continue here in the second half.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of factors that sort of propelled that turnaround in the first half of the season. First of all, a lot of great hitters entered the lineup slowly throughout the first half of the campaign. You think of a guy like Anthony Gilbert. He comes in, a part of the way through the season. He helps propel that turnaround. You got a new guy like Tag Galaire who's come into the lineup, and he's shaping up to be a real difference maker for the Royals down the second half of the season. But I think the one thing that has really stood out about the way that Guelph has been playing, and the reason why Guelph might be winning so many games, is they're finding hits at the right time. The run differential, it might not be there. It might not be as high as some of those teams that are close to them in the standings, but they've just been so clutch with runners in scoring position, and that was a trend that really continued in their last game, a win over second-place London on the road last Friday.
Well, batting average-wise, the Hamilton Cardinals, they sit 4th in the league with a .310 team batting average. Guelph sitting in the bottom third with a .287. But really, that kind of connects with that slow start that they had because, this team was hitting and they continued to catch fire. And really, just a couple of players that caught my eye through the first half. You mentioned his name already. Anthony Gilbert, who has been truly sensational in every game that he has played in. He is currently on a lengthy hit streak that dates all the way back to June 7th. And you're getting that kind of production of a premium spot like shortstop. That just speaks wonders for a team and, managers. I'm sure Dino absolutely loving it down there in the dugout.
Yeah. I mean, just such an important piece to this team. And, he wasn't there to start the year. And maybe that's part of the reason why it was 0-5 to start the year. Back to that game in London last Friday. Listen, they didn't do a whole lot in the extra base hit department, but they had a big 4-run 6th inning where J.D. Williams has a 2 RBI double. Andy Leader finds a hole for a 2 RBI single. And that's really all they needed. They were lifted to an 8-5 win. And, like I said, the key is just going to be making up ground against these teams like London, like Hamilton, who are ahead of them in the standings. And they come into the second half of the season with an opportunity to continue that here tonight.
Well, this is the starting lineup for your Guelph Royals. At the top, it's going to be number 4, Garrett Takamatsu, the designated hitter, leading things off. Anthony Gilbert, the shortstop in the 2 spot. Miguel Geraldo, the batter mate up the middle. He's in the 3 spot. Victor Miskai manning first base is batting 4th. Tag Gallert in right field batting 5th. Davis Nadal at third base batting 6th. Ryan Dos Santos out in left field batting 7th. Matthew Ward, the backstop, batting 8th. And rounding out the lineup is Ashton Patterson. Elvin Liriano on the mound today for the Guelph Royals. And again, this is a lineup 1 through 9 that really they've been producing all year long. I mean, we can talk at length about the top 3 hitters in Takamatsu, Gilbert, Geraldo, the 3 guys that have just been really having production since the start of the year. But you look at guys like Ryan Dos Santos, Matthew Ward, Ashton Patterson, Davis Nadal at times has had their moments where they have sparked the offense. So it's going to be really interesting to see who's going to be the player or players, plural, that are going to step up and have big second halves.
Yeah, and Garrett Takamatsu, he's found a real home in this lineup in the leadoff spot. Of course, we've talked about it a little bit before on these broadcasts, but it used to be Ryan Dos Santos penciled into that leadoff spot every single night in the lineup. He went down with injury for a game or two, and that let Takamatsu try out the leadoff spot, and he's been really comfortable there, and he's been super productive. An OPS north of 1,100. I mean, just an absolutely ridiculously good offensive campaign for Takamatsu. Gilbert, like you said as well, also been super strong. Geraldo, I mean, so many guys, so many hot bats in this lineup, and it's going to be fun to watch them down the stretch.
Yeah, can't wait to see that. We'll have Hamilton's lineup and more after the national anthem will be playing. We'll step aside. We'll be back here with more Royals baseball after the break.
What I like about my Rollins glove is really just the quality of it. Every year I get a glove, man, I know it's going to be made the right way. It's going to last me all year. Besides that, the colors, man, you get to have a little fun with it.
What I like about Rollins glove first and foremost is the quality.
It's got to be like an extension of my hand and very flexible and have a deep pocket and, ready for diving and anything that comes my way.
What I look for in a Rawlings glove is something that's durable, it's going to last me a long time. I like the Pro Preferred. For me, I just feel like it lasts longer.
I'd probably just do this whole color scheme right here. I'm gonna wait for the gold. I gotta get gold glove before I can do the gold.
As a kid growing up, whenever I see somebody out on the baseball field, that's all I had was a Rawlins. All I wanted to do was grow up and get a chance to be on a major league field and, have my Rawlins.
To be the best, you've got to bring performance from every second. The game is getting faster every season. So Rawlings made a time machine to help you keep up. Introducing the all-new Velo ACP. It's light, it's balanced, so you can pick your pitch and drive the ball with maximum exit velocity. The game's gotten faster. Your bat has too.
Well, the starting lineup announced and towing the slab, the gentleman running out of the dugout now. It'll be number 99, Elvin Liriano.
Liriano got the nod exactly 1 week ago against Welland. He went 4 2/3, 6 hits allowed, 3 earned runs. All things considered, that was a Welland lineup coming off back-to-back 20-run games. So, maybe not the most impressive stat sheet. It's not going to jump off the page at you, but, in the context of how well Welland was playing, I think that was a really solid outing. Not to mention 8 strikeouts his last time on the mound. That is a career best in the CBL. Of course, it is Liriano's first season in the CBL, but really, yeah, an impressive start, all things considered. He did allow 4 walks, and it was his 3rd straight start allowing 4 more walks. So that's, again, something he's going to have to really focus on here tonight is staying in the zone, not issuing too many free passes. But he is on a roll in terms of getting the swings and misses and getting those strikeouts.
I mentioned he's facing a very tough Hamilton lineup. Let's take a look at that Hamilton lineup. At the top, it's going to be the shortstop, Brandon Nickel, leading things off. Tyler Duncan in the 2 spot, the home run derby champion yet again. Carlos Dominguez, the right fielder, batting 3rd. Evan McGill is the catcher, batting 4th. Rene Reyes is third baseman, batting 5th. Jaden Brown, designated hitter, batting 6th. Anderson Filez, second baseman, batting 7th. Jeremy Viu, first baseman, batting 8th. And Angel Guerrero in left field rounds out the lineup. And again, the starting pitcher for the Hamilton Cardinals will be Owen Boone. We'll get more to him when Hamilton takes the field for defense. Other than that, it's a gorgeous day out today. I mean, absolute beautiful day for baseball. I mean, sun is shining. It's a little hot today. It's a little toasty today.
I would agree. Yeah, we could use a fan or something in here. It's definitely going to be.
It's a stuffy press box today.
You know what? It's better than my car. My car's got no AC, so I'd rather be here.
Top of the first here at David E. Hastings Stadium. Leading off for the Hamilton Cardinals, the shortstop, number 7.
A couple of really good shortstops facing off in this game. Brandon Nickel is going to lead off for the Cardinals here tonight. Opposite him on the defensive side for the Royals, of course, it's Anthony Gilbert. So 2 all-star caliber shortstops are going to be facing off. And Nichols had a really nice season. 884 OPS in the first half of the year.
He'll watch a first pitch miss low and away, and we're underway here at Hastings Stadium. Again, a gorgeous day for baseball. Again, I feel bad for everybody out in left field. The sun is bearing down at them.
I imagine, yeah, not too many spectators out in that direction, at least until the sun goes down. We are past the solstice now, though, so, the sun's going to go down earlier and earlier.
Nickel fouls that one off to the backstop, and count now running 1-2 on the Hamilton Cardinal shortstop. Nickel, a 2-time All-Star as well.
2 for 2. 2 seasons in the CBL, 2 trips to the All-Star game, including this past weekend.
I believe he was in the bunt competition up there.
Wow.
In Chatham-Kent, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm not.
That's quite the honor.
There was a lot of fun activities going on up there in Chatham-Kent for the All-Star game. If you were not able to catch it, I mean, they did a lot of things up there. It was very, very fun from what I've heard.
I've never made the trip out to Chatham, but I know they've got some really passionate fans out there. They've got their Maroons, the GOHL hockey team, 2025 Sutherland Cup champions. They've got the Barnstormers.
3-2 count here to the leadoff man, and Nickel will foul it off his own leg. I also saw Barry Baycat's first baseman / DH, Ryan Rio, was leading the crowd in karaoke.
Ooh.
That one was posted on the socials, which was pretty funny. Ryan Rio, an absolute legend in this league.
Yeah, I didn't see any karaoke type things going on at the MLB All-Star game, so sounds like Chatham was the place to be and not Philadelphia.
3-2 count here. Nickel swings right through it for strike 3. Liriano starts the game off on the right foot. It's 1 out in the top of the first.
Well, like I said, 8 strikeouts his last time on the mound in that start against Welland. And, mean, this is a pretty good start. One batter, one strikeout. Nickel was able to run the count full, but no match for that high fastball as he sits down.
I'll bring up the home run derby champion, or I should say the back-to-back-to-back home run derby champion in Tyler Duncan.
Duncan has a very interesting profile for a three-peat home run derby champion. Only 2 long balls this season. And if you look back, over the course of his career, he had one insane power season. Back in 2023, he had 16 home runs in 42 games, which is just ridiculous. But other than that, if you take that year away, his career high is only 7. So it's interesting. I mean, obviously a super effective hitter, but not exactly the profile of a guy you would think would really dominate in the home run derby format.
Very short, compact swing for Duncan is what we see out of him. He's behind now 1-2. Last time he was here, we saw him utilize basically every inch of this field. He pulled one down the right field line to start the game, and then he poked one down the left field line for his second hit of the ball game. Liriano trying to get him out here early, and Duncan swings through the off-speed. Liriano 2 up, 2 down, both swinging.
Well, Liriano's going to have to have another really good start with who he's opposing on the mound here tonight with, of course, Boone going for Hamilton. But, yeah, I mean, can't get much better than that. And it just builds confidence for Liriano, right? Like, you know that these are the best hitters that Hamilton has to offer to be able to sit the first 2 down by way of the K. I mean, no better way to start your night.
Liriano, he is feeling it early on here. He faces Carlos Dominguez, the right fielder today for the Hamilton Cardinals. This is low and away there, so behind in the count here, 2-0.
Dominguez out of the Dominican Republic. His second season with Hamilton. Couple of nice seasons. No all-star nods to show for it, but highly respectable. 839 OPS, 861 this season. So it's been a really consistent piece in this Hamilton lineup.
2-0. And he's swinging. That is crushed. Deep left field, and it's gone. Carlos Dominguez waited back on a pitch, and he liked it. It is a long solo shot into that left field bullpen. It's 1-0 Cardinals.
Well, Elvin Liriano tries to challenge him in the zone. He's trying to get ahead in the count, tries to steal a strike down the middle, and Carlos Dominguez, like you said, he liked what he saw. Got a great swing on that one. And that one, you knew it was gone right off the bat. Just perfect contact out to left field. And that's his 4th home run of the season.
Just easy power in that swing there. First pitch now to the backstop, Evan McGill. It's in there for strike 1. Biggest thing for a pitcher to get is that strike 1 call. And now McGill will ground it over to Muskine. He'll record the out at first. So it's Carlos Dominguez going long to give the Hamilton Cardinals a 1-0 lead. We head to the bottom half of the inning. The Guelph Royals do up. You're watching Royals TV.
Yeah, what do you recommend?
I love this color right here.
So I'm gonna do like a navy and red lace.
I like to be subtly flashy.
My first glove was the Rawlings glove. This right here is kind of my baby. Took a year for her to break in. Rawlings guys hooked me up with this color. It was a new color that came out, and I was like, let me get it.
I always played with a Rawlings glove. That's all I know. It was branded in my brain to play with that.
I just fell in love that it was brand new, and when you get a pro glove, you don't have to put it in the microwave, you don't have to run it over with your car. All you gotta do is use it.
If I missed the ball with this glove, it went in the microwave. That was his punishment.
He's blaming the arrow and not the Indian.
Everyone dreams of being great. Only a select few can be iconic, but only one is chosen. Introducing the Chosen One from Rawlings. The all-new one-piece composite iteration of the top-rated and established Icon BB Core bat.
Bottom half of the first, and on the mound for the Hamilton Cardinals, Owen Boone, the 33-year-old out of London. And, I mean, just, again, what a year he is having to follow up what was an MVP season in 2025. He's appeared in 7 games, all starts. He has a 3-1 record, a 2.08 ERA, 42 strikeouts to 13 walks. He's only given up 9 runs all season.
Yeah, about as good of a pitcher as you will see in the CBL. Like you said, I mean, just super decorated. It's only his 2nd season in Hamilton, but he's been in the CBL going back to the 2014 season. Most of those years spent with the London Majors. 2025 league MVP. Pitching title last season as well with a 1.80 ERA. All CBL in 2025, 2023, 2021. He's been an all-star the last 2 years. Yeah, I mean, really just as good as it gets in this league. His last time out was in Barrie back on July 4th. He went 7 strong with just 1 earned run against, 8 strikeouts in that contest as well, and he limits walks. I mean, he gets strikeouts, he limits walks, doesn't allow runs. Just a dream starting pitcher for these Hamilton Cardinals.
I believe last year it was 1 or 2 no-hitters he threw. I believe it was 1. I could be mistaken, though. I know I'll get my facts straightened out by somebody in the CBL groups. But yes, Owen Boone, I mean, it's just tremendous what he's able to do. It's just simple. It's a fastball changeup mix, but when you're able to tunnel the changeup the way he does, it is lethal for some hitters to try to react and hit it. A ton of just drop on that pitch. 2-2 now to Garrett Takamatsu, designated hitter today. Tak grounds this one over to third. It's fair. It's a long throw across the diamond, and he's out. Nice play over there at first by Jeremy Vieux. And it's a out number 1 for the Hamilton Cardinals.
It's a bit of a tough play over there at third base for Rainy Reyes. He's got to take it off a bit of an awkward bounce right along that third base line, but he fields it and he gets a very long throw over to first base. And Vieux, he had to hop for it, but gets the foot down just in time to get Takamatsu out.
Anthony Gilbert coming up to bat with a 15-game hit streak. He's appeared in 16 so far. First pitch swing in there. It's a change-up low for strike 1. And again, this is kind of the book on Owen Boone. He wants to make these hitters chase on the off-speed and then blow the fastball by them. We know Gilbert among the league lead in aggressiveness, and this is a line shot to right field, but right at the right fielder, so it's 2 quick outs for Boone.
That was good contact for Anthony Gilbert. I think he got the pitch that he was looking for, gets a good swing on it, and sends a pretty well-hit ball out to right field, but just lands perfectly in the glove of Dominguez out there, and a very quick out number 2. Boone's got to be happy to see that.
Well, the second half of this all-star middle of the infield, Miguel Geraldo will come up to bat. Again, Gilbert and Geraldo represented the Guelph Royals as the starters out there in Chatham, Kent.
To give you an idea of how good this top of the order for Guelph is, Geraldo has a .361 batting average on the season so far, and that's the lowest of any player at the top of the Guelph order.
Well, Owen Boone just went 1-2-3 against this top of the Guelph lineup, and he is locked in. But, I mean, that's just another day at the office for Owen Boone. After 1, it's Hamilton Cardinals 1, Guelph Royals 0 here at Hastings Stadium.
To be the best, you've got to ring performance from every second. The game is getting faster every season. So Rawlings made a time machine to help you keep up. Introducing the all-new Velo ACP. It's light, it's balanced. so you can pick your pitch and drive the ball with maximum exit velocity. The game's gotten faster. Your bat has too.
Yeah, what do you recommend?
I love this color right here.
So I'm gonna do like a navy and red lace.
I like to be subtly flashy.
My first glove was the Rollins glove. This right here is kind of my baby. Took a year for her to break in. Rollins guys hooked me up with this color. It was a new color that came out, and I was like, let me get it.
I always play with a Rollins glove. That's all I know. It was branded in my brain to play with that.
I just fell in love that it was brand new, and when you get a pro glove, you don't have to put it in the microwave, you don't have to run it over with your car. All you gotta do is use it.
If I missed the ball with this glove, it went in the microwave. That was his punishment.
He's blaming the arrow and not the Indian.
That's it. Top half of the second inning. Rainy Reyes leading things off, followed by Jaden Brown and Anderson Filez. Rainy Reyes, one of the players that was in the All-Star game as well. He has had a terrific season for the Hamilton Cardinals.
Yeah, he had just an absolutely torrid start to the season. He slowed down a little bit in this last month or so, but at the start of the year, I mean, he had, let me see, this is 5 straight multi-hit games in a stretch between May 30th and June 5th. So when he's been able to find his swing, he has been absolutely unstoppable. But as of recently, he's been contained a little bit. Just 2 hits over his last 4 outings. So we're going to see if Liriano can keep that up. You know, like I said, Liriano is going to have a really solid start just to stay, you know, in stride with Owen Boone, who looked so good in that first inning.
Just on the outside half. Count runs 1 and 2 here. Liriano threw, I believe it was 13 pitches in that first inning. Up to 16 now. He's thrown 10 strikes and 6 balls. This is a line shot through the hole for a base hit for Reyes, and he stays red hot on the season. Trying to, like you said, pick up that bat here in the second half.
Yeah, just had the 1 hit his last time out against Toronto, the 1 hit over his last 2 games, but really nice start for Rainy Reyes in this one. Very solid contact. Splits the shortstop and the third baseman with a liner out towards left field, and calmly stands up at first with an easy single.
First base runner we've seen for the Hamilton Cardinals tonight.
You can tell Liriano he really wants to challenge these batters in the zone. He knows his stuff is effective enough to pick up strikeouts. Probably why he got those first 2 strikeouts to start the game, but also might be why he allowed the home run and that single to start this inning.
Pop up, but it's out of play, foul. We mentioned that game against the Welland Jackfish where he gave 3 earned runs over 4 2/3 innings. Yeah, his strikeout numbers in that game were exponentially higher than what we've seen throughout every other start. He had 8 Ks in that ball game, and he really looked like he was dominating the zone. Pick off at first, and Reyes just read it perfectly.
It's always fun to hear the activity coming out of that Hamilton dugout. We're very excited, yelling out when Liriano made that pickoff move. Jaden Brown, nice improvement over his first season in the CBL here with the Cardinals. OPS improvement of over 100 points here in his second campaign in Hamilton.
Kind of fighting the release there is Liriano. You can see him talking to himself, saying fall towards home plate. He's had a couple of these off speeds that he's left arm side low. Runner takes off. The throw down. And the ball appeared to have popped out of the glove of Geraldo. Otherwise, they probably get Reyes.
It was a pretty quick pop from Matthew Ward behind home plate there. The throw maybe a little bit offline. It was towards the left of second base down there. Reyes is not exactly a burner, but just one stolen base on the season so far. He found a good opportunity there. Now he stands up at second.
Initially it looked like he might have been running with cinder blocks in his shoes, but no, he was able to get there in ease. Liriano trying to work himself out of a jam, and he gets another punch out there as Jaden Brown swinging right over the top for a big out number 1.
Third strikeout already for Liriano. The swing and the miss has really been there in these last 2 starts for him. It's super important. You know, if you're going to be the type of pitcher that allows a little bit of hard contact, like he has so far in this game, you need to make sure that you're sitting down base runners with the strikeout. You don't want to allow any, too many balls in play and get a bunch of traffic on the bases, because your runs against number can start to spiral out of control a little bit if you're going to allow the type of hard contact he has so far in this game.
Starts off another hitter, Anderson Feliz, with strike 1, fastball at the top part of the zone. Reyes, he's trying to get the attention there of Liriano. Time is called now by the hitter. And Rainy Reyes, that's exactly what you want to do. Just try to distract the pitcher as much as possible. Looks like Liriano had a conversation with Geraldo there, just saying cover the base just in case.
A lot to keep track of behind Liriano. A lot of action happening over there towards second base.
Big cut by Feliz.
Feliz, another native of the Dominican Republic for these Cardinals. 34-year-old rookie. Another guy having a really solid season. 839 OPS. 271 average.
Big at bat here. Runner in scoring positions, less than 2 outs. Reyes takes off, trying to go for third. The throw down, and the ball pops out of the glove again.
Well, that's got to be really frustrating for Matthew Ward behind home plate there. The pop was pretty quick. He gets a perfect throw off over there to third base. It looked like Reyes was absolutely dead to rights, but Nadal not able to keep it in the glove, and another stolen base. Stolen bases number 2 and 3 on the season for Reyes here in this second inning.
So an even bigger at bat now with the runner only 90 feet away. Here's the pitch from Liriano. It's a ground ball up the middle, and Reyes is going to be able to score on the ground out by Feliz, and it's 2-0 Hamilton Cardinals.
Well, that's got to be really frustrating if you're Liriano. You know, those 2 base runners, or those 2 stolen bases, not really his fault. Not much he can do when the ball is popping out of the glove of his fielders, and he's got to watch a run come home on, a ground ball that he's able to get that would otherwise be a very easy and innocent out number 2.
This is lifted foul territory, but out of play. First baseman, number 10, Jeremy Vieux. Liriano has been working. He's just trying to keep his team within it. Matthew Ward has made 2 perfect throws down to the bases. Vieux watches that one go by. Count is now 0-2.
Vieux was hitless in his CBL career until he played the Maple Leafs on July 8th. Picked up 2 hits in that contest. Oakville, Ontario native.
Spent a year or so with the Brantford Red Sox and now with Hamilton. Ground ball pulled to third. Nadal will take it on a hop. The throw across the diamond is going to be in time. So 1 run comes across after Rainy Reyes swipes 2 bags. It is the Hamilton Cardinals 2, the Guelph Royals 0 here as we head to the bottom half of the second in Hastings Stadium.
What I like about my Rollins glove is really just the quality of it. Every year I get a glove, man, I know it's going to be made the right way. It's going to last me all year. Besides that, the colors, man, you get to have a little fun with it.
What I like about Rollins glove first and foremost is the quality.
It's got to be like an extension of my hand and very flexible and have a deep pocket and, ready for diving and anything that comes my way.
What I look for in a Rawlings glove is something that's durable, it's going to last me a long time. I like the Pro Preferred. For me, I just feel like it lasts longer.
I'd probably just do this whole color scheme right here. I'm gonna wait for the gold. I gotta get gold glove before I can do the gold.
As a kid growing up, whenever I'd see somebody out on the baseball field, that's all they had was a Rawlings. All I wanted to do was grow up and get a chance to be on a major league field and, have my Rawlings.
Everyone dreams of being great. Only a select few can be iconic. But only one is chosen. Introducing the Chosen One from Rawlings. The all-new one-piece composite iteration of the top-rated and established Icon BB Core bat.
Victor Mascai will lead things off here in the bottom half of the second. Zach Benoit alongside Max Purden. It is a very hot one here today. We are just trying to stay cool here in the press box, doing our very best. If you hear a thud, it might have just been me falling to the ground or, Max trying to pick me up, one of the two.
Quick correction, I think I accidentally said that Veyu was hitless in his CBL career coming into the last game he played. I meant to say this season, so it's probably the heat getting to me. Apologies
to me, that's for sure.
Apologies to Veyu. I did not mean to do that.
So Victor Mascai, the first baseman today, he rips this in a right field. It's diving down, and the catch is not going to be made. A line shot that was just continuing to dive on the right fielder, Dominguez, who dives to make a catch. Can't grab it, and the Royals have their first base runner of the day.
That one was scalded out to right field. It was really close to being an incredible catch out there by Dominguez. I couldn't really tell if he had gotten it in the glove or not, but it looks like wasn't able to get leather under it. Standing at first base is Victor Mascai. Mascai participated in the home run derby. He lost to the eventual winner, who of course we talked about, Tyler Duncan of Hamilton. So, a chance for revenge here tonight against a guy who bested him in the home run derby. 8-7 was the final score in the quarterfinals.
And again, if you know the dimensions of the Fergie Jenkins field out there in Chatham, Kent, it's very favorable for the lefties with that right field wall pretty close in. Kind of the same thing here. Right field and left field in this park is only 325 to the corners. Mascai getting a healthy lead here as Tag Gawler comes up to bat. He's quickly behind 0-2. Again, Owen Boone does not waste any time. He attacks hitters every at-bat. Doesn't give you any time to breathe.
Yeah, Gallagher trying to find his stride in the CBL. Obviously super dominant down in the NCAA, but hitless in his last two here with the Royals. Obviously a lot of high hopes for Gallagher down the stretch of this season because of that profile, that statistical profile. So good in, really a competitive league or a competitive conference down in Conference USA.
Blown away. Evened up now 2-2.
You have to think he's just acclimating a little bit to the league. It's only game number 7 in the CBL for Gallagher. He had 3 back in the 2022 season.
And Gawler swings through that one for strike 3. So that's the first strikeout of the ball game for Boone.
Well executed pitch on the inside there. Just gets in on Gallagher, and he's not able to make contact with it down towards the handle of his bat. And Owen Boone continues what's looking like another strong performance.
He's brought his season ERA down to 2.01. Nadal watches a first pitch go by for strike one, and he is just picking the corners early on here.
Everything looks to be dialed in. The command, the pitches are tunneling. He's got batters off balance.
Watches the off speed go by low for ball one.
Nadal overplaying at the hot corner today. He's had a pretty good season so far. 264 average, 362 on base. He's walked 10 times already this season, so a very patient hitter.
Skies this into center field. Duncan has the beat on it, and he'll make the catch for out number 2.
Boone able to get him to swing on a pitch that was on the end of the bat, and Nadal flies out innocently into the sun out there in center field. Easy catch for Duncan out there. He had the glove covering his eyes, made sure that he could keep his eyes on that ball up in the sun, but made it look easy.
That'll bring up the Royals left fielder Ryan Dos Santos. Dos Santos in a little bit of a rough patch as of late, trying to work his way out of it. He's first pitch swinging there. I talked with him a little bit before the game, and I said, who's on the mound today? He goes, Boone. So I expect to see a lot of change up, then a high fastball. That was kind of the scouting report that he gave to me.
If those pitches tunnel and you can't tell what's coming, that's really all you need. 2 pitches. It's all you need for any given hitter as long as they're effective against both-handedness. Both-handedness is. You don't need to do much more than that.
Watch that one go by. Count evened up at 1-1.
And it has been a difficult stretch for Dos Santos, but he's got a long history of productive hitting in the CBL. Of course, many seasons with the Toronto Maple Leafs out there at Christie Pitts.
Yeah, first year here in Guelph, and he's just trying to make a name for himself here. 1-2 count now. Boone gets the sign. Here's the delivery. And it's a changeup on the outside half for strike 3. Again, Owen Boone just clean as ever. Another solid inning out of the Hamilton Cardinals ace. We head to the 3rd inning. It is 2-0 for the Cardinals. You're watching Royals TV. Top half of the 3rd inning. Zach Benoit alongside Max Purden. 2-0 score for the Hamilton Cardinals. They, again, have been one of the hotter teams as of late in the CBL. Only 2 teams have gone 7-3 in their last 10, the Cardinals and the Jackfish. And really, Hamilton probably feels like they should still be on that win streak. It was the Maple Leafs that broke things up. They were on a 6-game win streak before the break. And then they played the Maple Leafs twice. They dropped the first game of the back-to-back, and then they were able to take care of business on the second game.
Well, the one number that really sticks out about this Cardinals season so far is that run differential, plus 92 on the season. They're only behind Welland, second best mark in the entire league. Usually that's a number that's very predictive of future performance, so you can probably count on the fact that Hamilton is going to continue to be really good down the stretch of this season. Liriano looked like he wanted the strike call there.
That was a nice off-speed on the outside corner that Liriano did not get the call on. This is the number 9 hitter, Angel Guerrero, the left fielder today. It'll be 9, 1, and 2 due up in the order. Ground ball hit to Gilbert. High hop off the dirt. Maskai goes up, but he keeps the foot on the base. A great job by Victor Maskai on a high throw from Gilbert.
Gilbert had to take that one off a little bit of a weird hop. The trajectory of the ball, or at least the bounce of the ball, seems to really change as it goes between the grass and the dirt here at Hastings Stadium. And Gilbert, he's been here long enough. He's started to get used to that quirk of the field, and he's in the perfect spot to grab that one up by his eye line and delivers the throw to first base, which, you know, had to be labored for a little bit, but it wasn't too bad.
I think the hardest part was make sure he could see the ball, because, again, the sun, for everybody on the left side of the field, it is deadly. Gilbert covering his eyes, Dos Santos covering his eyes, and, ooh, that one will hit Nichols square in the back. And you see Liriano did not mean to do that. He just kind of overgripped the fastball. Nichols says he understands it wasn't intentional as he walks down to first.
Yeah, the story of this season for Liriano has just been wicked stuff, but inconsistent command. And, you know, that one really got away from him. Luckily, it looks like Nickel is okay, standing at first base, not laboring too much.
That'll bring up Tyler Duncan. Struck out swinging his last time up. Nickel, he has a healthy lead over there at first. Liriano not paying attention to him. Could see another base runner try to swipe a bag here.
I'm always interested to see batters coming out of the home run derby, see if, you know, that affects their performance at all. Sometimes you see guys, they come out of it and they get on a hot streak. They feel like they can see everything, and some guys come out of it and it puts them in a funk. So see if it has any effects on the way that Duncan is swinging the bat.
Big cut there, but it was an off-speed. Beautiful block by Ward as well.
Nickel also not really a burner, just 2 stolen bases so far this season, but of course that did not deter Rainy Reyes, who swiped 2 bags to create that RBI groundout. It's going to be something to keep an eye on throughout this game. If these Hamilton runners think that they see something.
Pick off over at first, not going to be in time.
A lot of yells coming once again from that Hamilton dugout.
This is a rowdy bunch in Hamilton.
I love it.
They are loud and proud.
Can't argue that they don't want to win.
0-2 count here to Duncan. Nickel, good healthy lead again on first. Long hold by Liriano, and time is called by Duncan. Again, this is all kind of just deriving from Nickel getting a great lead off the base, just taking the attention away of Liriano. And if you're Liriano, obviously you want to try to keep him close, but at the same time, you got to focus on the batter here. It's a very dangerous bat in Tyler Duncan.
Yeah, and
there goes Nickel. It's an off-speed in the dirt, the throw down, and not going to be in time, so it's the 3rd stolen base of the day for the Cardinals.
Yeah, not much of a chance for Matthew Ward on that throw. Nickel absolutely flew into second base. He got a really good jump, and yeah, not particularly close over there at the bag, and another stolen base. Getting these steals, it's got a dual effect, because not only does Liriano have to constantly be thinking about the threat of a runner and looking back and, you know, keeping his eyes on those guys.
This is a grounder hit over to first. Maskai will grab it. Nickel will advance up to third on the play, so there is 2 outs now.
Yeah, it's not just that he has to keep an eye on all these runners, but of course when you steal bags, you manufacture runners in scoring positions. So,
well, the interesting thing is this is a Hamilton Cardinals team that doesn't really steal that much. Only 21 stolen bases on the year. They've been caught 11 times.
it's not a good mark. You generally want to be operating at a far more efficient clip than that.
Kind of like what the Jackfish are doing, 106 to only being caught 9 times.
Yes, that is as good as it gets, but clearly they see something in Liriano's release that they like.
It's good off speed there by Liriano. This is Carlos Dominguez last time up. He hit the long shot over the left field wall. That's what broke open the scoring in the first. Now he has another RBI opportunity with a runner on third. Long hold. Here's the delivery. On the outside half, Ward just couldn't squeeze it.
Good effort by Ward there to try to frame it, but in doing so, he loses the ball. Yeah, Dominguez talked about it in the first inning. He really liked that pitch that he got in the zone and made no mistake on it. Did not have any runners on the base paths when he hit that home run, so it was just a solo shot. Different situation now.
Off speed, and the catch is Dominguez check swinging, but it's in there for a strike nonetheless.
You really fool the batter when they check the swing and it still lands in there for a strike.
They're shaking their head saying, should have swung.
Yep.
1-2 count here. Big at bat. Trying to get out of the inning unscathed is Liriano. Tries to go to the outside half, but again, another one that pops out of the glove of Ward. And we don't normally see that out of Matthew Ward. I'm wondering, is it a new glove possibly, or?
Maybe he's got a glove like, see that one Jacob Mizorowski had in the All-Star game? Maybe he's got a Pokemon card in the webbing.
As the Pokemon card in the webbing? You never know. Would love to do that. If I was able to, love to put a card in the glove there. 2-2 count. And time's called by Dominguez.
What card would you put?
Ooh, it's a great question. Trying to think. I don't know. I think I would have to go with a rookie card of somebody.
Yeah, of yourself.
You're too kind.
Signed rookie card of yourself.
We have to go all the way back to the young days. 2-2 in the dirt, blocked. Nickel thought about taking off, but a good block by Ward.
Yeah, that block's not going to show up on the stat sheet, but so crucial that Ward is able to get the chest protector on that pitch in the dirt. It's the difference between that run scoring and staying at third base. The role of the catcher is really that of an unsung hero.
3-2 count, 2 outs, runner on third. Liriano trying to get out of the inning. Low inside, ball 4. Dominguez works the walk.
First free pass issued of the night for Liriano. We talked about this going in, that's something that he's really going to have to work on reducing. 3 straight games, allowing 4 straight walks.
Looks like Dino will come out of the dugout to talk with his starting pitcher. They should do what FIFA does and have the hydration break. And just bring out a water bottle to the pitcher on hot days like this today.
Yeah, I don't envy those guys out there.
What would you, if you were pitching, what would you want brought out on the mound for you?
Some Gatorade. Maybe
Gatorade?
Some sort of chocolate milk. What chocolate milk?
I'd go with the chocolate milk.
What brand would you choose?
Nesquik, The little powder, you get the little tablespoon, you stir it up on the dugout, bring it out to the pitcher.
It can't be warm though.
It has to be ice cold.
It's got to be ice cold.
Has to be an ice cold.
Refrigerate a little bit of protein in there. Quick visit. That was a quick visit to the mound. But yeah, I don't envy the position of those guys out there. In the full baseball get-ups. We're lucky enough to be in short sleeve shirts.
I don't know how they do it. Pants and everything too in the summer. It is hot. It is a hot one today.
I hope they got fans in the dugout.
Runners on the corners here for the Cardinals, threatening here in the third inning yet again. Dominguez is going to take off. Ground ball hit to Mascai. He blocks it, has to get it, recoups, and steps on the bag in time. So it's one extra pitch in the inning here for Liriano. Gets out of it unscathed. Puts up the first 0 against the Cardinals in the ball game. We go to the bottom half of the third. 2-0 for the Hamilton Cardinals with the bottom of the order due up.
Everyone dreams of being great. Only a select few can be iconic. But only one is chosen. Introducing the Chosen One from Rawlings. The all-new one-piece composite iteration of the top-rated and established Icon BB Core bat.
To be the best, you've got to ring performance from every second. The game is getting faster every season. So Rawlings made a time machine to help you keep up. Introducing the all-new Velo ACP. It's light, it's balanced, so you can pick your pitch and drive the ball with maximum exit velocity. The game's gotten faster. Your bat has too.
Bottom half of the third inning due up. Owen Boone, he has looked tremendous yet again for this Hamilton Cardinals team. He'll face the bottom of the order, Matthew Ward, Ashton Patterson, and then back to the top against Garrett Takamatsu. We are heading into the third, and Boone has thrown 23 pitches.
It's definitely where you want to be. 2 strikeouts in the bottom of the second. It's really on a roll here. Matthew Ward gets his first taste of these offerings from Boone. Frustrating night for Ward with those, well-placed throws from the backstop position. Watch out.
Yeah, Ward first pitch swinging, he fouls it off to the backstop, and it bounces 2 feet from the umpire.
I'd like to see it bounce into his pouch.
Could you imagine? That would be really, if that happened.
It might go viral.
Yeah, that'd be a viral moment for sure.
Might go virus, as my dad says.
0-1 count here to Ward. You'll watch an off speed. That's just tough to hit. That's a beautiful place pitch there by Owen Boone.
Yeah, when you talk about a batter getting frozen, that's exactly what it looks like. Ward is not at all expecting that one to break back into the zone.
Try to pick the bottom with an off speed, but can't get Ward to chase.
Ward an all-star back in the 2025 season. It's been a little bit more difficult this time out, but of course, when you're a strong defensive catcher, the offensive numbers aren't expected to be too gaudy.
Ground ball pulled through for a base hit by Ward.
Second base hit of the night for the Royals. Ward finds that hole between the third baseman and the shortstop. Pretty sharply hit ground ball out that way, and one batter, one man on here in the bottom of the third.
I'll bring up the number 9 man in Ashton Patterson, who has really kind of found a home here, batting 9th in this order. Flips the order very well for this Guelph Royals team. You got Takamatsu behind him, so usually he's getting pitched right at to try to get out. But, I mean, he's just been putting the ball in play as of late.
Yeah, you want the profile of your 9-hitter to be kind of similar to that of a leadoff hitter. You want a guy who's able to get on base, a guy who's got a little bit of speed to provide on the base paths. And that's pretty much exactly what Patterson is. Obviously, usually playing out in center field. He runs like the wind, as they say. 403.
He smokes this into right field. It's going back at the wall. And what a catch by Carlos Dominguez. leaping at the wall like a kangaroo, making the grab.
Oh my goodness. That was absolutely incredible. He scales the wall like Spider-Man, and he reaches back and he makes the grab. That was so incredible that this very Guelph-friendly crowd here at David E. Hastings Stadium erupted in applause, and Ashton Patterson could not believe that that didn't leave the yard. I mean, wow, that is as good of a defensive play as you will see in this league over the course of the entire season.
I mean, that is up there for play of the year by far. He caught that ball. His upper body was over the wall. His lower backside is what made contact with the wall to catch that. And he keeps this game a 2-0. If he misses, this is a brand new ball game. It's 2-2. The Royals are threatening. Nobody out with Takamatsu coming up. But wow, what a play out there in right field.
That was just ridiculous. I cannot believe that happened. I mean, really felt like off the bat that was going to be a game-tying 2-run home run.
Well, this time around, Tak staying very patient at the plate. Heading the count here, 2-1. Doesn't chase that off speed. Good hold there by number 4.
Owen Boone, for as strong of a start as he's had, I mean, he owes a lot to his right fielder. That would have been 2 earned runs against his sparkling ERA.
3-1 here. And it's a fastball right down the middle for strike 2. And give credit to Patterson. He put a jolt into that baseball. I mean, you can't do anything else than that. That was a fantastic hit.
Yeah, really hard hit. Pulled fly ball. Looks like the launch angle was pretty high, but in most cases, that clears the fence without obstruction.
Here's the full count pitch. Tak pulls it through the left side for a base hit. And Matthew Ward was running on the pitch. He'll go first to third. And Takamatsu will just stay put at first. Runners on the corners now for Anthony Gilbert.
Well, a real opportunity here for the Royals. They can't be demoralized by that home run robbery out in right field. Like you said, runners on the corners, just 1 out. This is the perfect situation to showcase this uncanny ability that this Guelph lineup has had throughout the course of the season to just find base hits in opportune moments. Takamatsu extends his hit streak to 5 games with that single.
Gilbert first pitch swinging. Can this stay fair down the line? No, just foul.
That was close. If that lands, that might bring home both runners. It was in an awkward spot out in right field. It would have been a very long run for Dominguez. He set up pretty far left with the right-handed batter up at the plate.
As mentioned, Gilbert has been one of the hottest hitters in this Guelph lineup. He has a big moment here against Boone. Chases that high, and he's behind 0-2.
I always want to see double steals on first and third situations.
Got the number 1 RBI man on the team on deck in Geraldo. A big pitch here, 0-2. Here it is. And it's a ground ball hit right back up the middle, and it's through. Anthony Gilbert make it 16 in a row. And he also cashes in an RBI, cuts the lead in half.
Well, that ground ball went right back where it came from, directly up the middle, over the mound, and it takes a weird hop off of the second base bag. And that allows it to squeak through into the outfield grass. Runner comes home to score. And I talked about how this was an opportunity for the Royals despite that robbery out in right field, and they've cashed in with at least one run against a starting pitcher who doesn't allow very many of those.
Doing a great job getting to Boone. Here are the Royals, and they have their most dangerous RBI man in Miguel Geraldo up to bat.
You know you must be a really good starting pitcher if allowing a single run means you need a meeting at the minds, a meeting of the minds at the mound.
And again, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. Boone has been a dominant arm in the league since he joined back in 2014. Career ERA of 2.83. Geraldo watches that go by, and he's at the count 1-0. Tying run stands at second. Go-ahead run stands at first. If Geraldo can put this into the gap, Gilbert has speed. He can score from first. Swinging through, and he just missed that ball.
He put a lot of his weight into that one.
Has to be careful, kind of stretching out the back there.
Yeah, when he missed it, I mean, he was off balance with how hard he swung at that pitch.
Back pick at second. And tack in there and has to hug the second baseman so he doesn't fall off the bag.
That was a pretty well-executed play to try to get the back pick. I think McGill probably signaled it with his glove. And all the parts were aligned in motion, but runner gets back to the bag.
Still only one out in the inning. Geraldo trying to come up with another big hit here. It's a fastball in the outside corner, and Boone does not get the call. So ahead in the count goes Geraldo, 2-1.
Geraldo's last time against Hamilton was back in Hamilton on June 19th. It's a 3-hit day. He's hit well against these Cardinals so far this season.
Swinging at that changeup there. Lethal off speed, 2-2. Owen Boone closing in on 500 career innings pitched. Currently sitting at, or coming in today, I should say, sitting at 493 2/3.
That is impressive longevity.
2-2 count. Check on tack at second. Here's the delivery. Lifted foul. Geraldo staying alive.
This league can be pretty tough on pitchers. You know, you see a lot of pitchers come in and there are so many high-flying lineups, so many powerful bats here in the CBL. But Boone has just been consistent. Put up really solid numbers every single season. Zenith of his career was, of course, his GM 2025, and he's trying to continue that.
How about this at bat by Geraldo, fouling off everything Boone is offering.
You have to think he's just trying to do whatever he can to stay alive. Just put the bat on the ball. Strike out in this spot would be less than ideal for Guelph with the runners, with the one runner in scoring position and the two runners on base.
So we do it once again, 2-2, two runners on. Here's the pitch from Boone. Geraldo lifts this deep left field at the wall. It's gone! Miguel Geraldo leaves the yard for a 3-run shot, and the Royals take a 4-2 lead.
Well, what an impressive at-bat for Miguel Geraldo against one of the best starting pitchers in the CBL. He puts a drive into that pitch out into a pretty deep part of left field, and he gives the Royals a 4-2 lead here in the bottom of the third inning.
Massive, massive swing out of Miguel Geraldo. RBIs 23, 4, and 5 on the year.
This is already the most earned runs that Owen Boone has allowed in a game all season.
Mascai coming up after the fireworks, and he watches strike one go by. That ball got up, and it got out of here quickly. Mascai hits this to first, and it's Vieux making the grab to his left for out number 2.
Well, all of a sudden, Ashton Patterson doesn't feel so bad that he wasn't able to get a couple more inches on that fly ball out to right. The Royals cash in with runners in scoring position anyway. And like I said before the game, I mean, the Royals have just done so well with runners on the bases. They found these clutch hits in the perfect moments. And that is just a game-changing hit to put the Royals in front.
Well, that puts the Royals into a tie for second last in the league in home runs. They only have 22 on the year, but this is a lineup that has a lot of power. We know that they do. And it just seemed like in the first half of the season, the power didn't really come across for them, but they're starting the second half off on the right foot with a loud bang there. Still no action out there in the Hamilton bullpen. Boone, like you mentioned, this is the most runs he's given up all year long.
Yeah, just such an impressive output from this Guelph lineup already. Big relief for Liriano as well. I mean, I'm sure he came in expecting to need to throw an absolute gem to keep the Royals in it, but instead, his batters put up a performance like this.
And it's a 2-out walk to tag Goller. He'll work it, and he'll bring up Davis Nadal.
Your third baseman, number 2, Davis Nadal.
The hits haven't exactly been there so far for Goller, but he has worked a fair share of walks, already his 3rd walk of the season, and just his 4th appearance with the Royals. So he showed a good eye for the zone.
Trying to get acclimated here to baseball in the CBL is Goller. First pitch called a strike against Nadal. The Royals faithful here did not like it.
Can't be too upset with the way this inning has gone.
Big cut by Nadal, and he's behind now 0-2. Inning all started with a Matthew Ward single through the left side, and then the robbery at the wall against Patterson. Tack getting a single through the left side. Gilbert getting a single as well, and then the big blast by Miguel Geraldo. Oh, 2. Foul tipped. Staying alive here is Nadal.
Nadal just barely got a piece of it his last time up. Flew out to center. It's that one that was up in the sun for Duncan out there.
Boone gets his sign, trying to just get out of the inning here. High fastball missing.
Nice work by Nadal to lay off on that one. It's been a pitch that's been effective so far for Boone. That high fastball, the way that it parlays with his changeup. But Nadal isn't fooled.
Big cut by Nadal, and he sat down for strike 3. The Royals finally get to Owen Boone. They put up 4, make him throw 30 pitches in the inning, and they lead at 4-2 as we head to the 4th inning here at Hastings Stadium. Top half of the fourth inning coming up here, and it's Rainy Reyes, Jaden Brown, and Anderson Feliz due up here in the top half. Well, Liriano working with a lead now. Got his first 0 on the board in the last inning, and his team responded nicely with 4 runs in the bottom half.
A little bit of difficulty for Liriano in that third inning. Had the one hit by pitch, allowed the one free pass with the walk, but got 3 groundouts to get out of the inning. Reyes, of course, his first time up, he singled and had those 2 uncharacteristic walks that put him in position to score on that RBI groundout.
One count here now to Reyes. He was the man that generated the first run of this game. 2 stolen bases.
Basically did that all himself. If not for his efforts, that ground ball where he scored would have been completely toothless.
2-1 count now. Liriano, he had a little bit of a lengthy rest on the bench. Just missed the inside corner. Good fastball there.
Yeah, 8 of 9 Guelph hitters got a chance in that bottom of the third, so it was a long rest for Liriano in the dugout. You wonder if that affects his command a little bit.
So this is skied. On the infield, it's going to be Maskai. Shuffling over, and he'll make the grab for out number 1.
Great execution from Liriano on that pitch. He gets a fly ball that is going to be an out 99 times out of 100. Only thing that would really stop that from being an innocent pop out is some trickery with the wind or the sun, but
we've thankfully gotten to the shade part of the evening.
We sure have.
See all the sunglasses now? They're all flipped on the hats of the players. Everybody on the left side of the field saying, thank God I can actually see the ball off the bat.
First, pardon me, in a couple of hours, we're going to get to the point where it's pitch blackout, and it's going to be hard to track the ball
again
in the dark of the night. So we're in the sweet spot. We're in the golden hour.
Check swing, but called. Strike 1 there on Brown, who struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Ground ball pulled to third. Nadal hopping up, makes the catch. He'll throw it across. A bullet across the diamond in time for out number 2.
Well, Nadal made that one look pretty easy over there at third base. Tricky hop. That one really rushed into his glove, but very calmly grabs it and fires over to first with some real velocity to make it pretty easy out number 2, pardon me.
Bring up Anderson Feliz, who just lines it right back up the middle. Heads up Liriano. And Liriano walks over to first. And he says something to Feliz, and they're both having a laugh there.
Yeah, no choice but to play dodgeball on the mound for Liriano. That one was scalded right back up the middle. Not much anybody could do about it.
If I could guess, he went over and said, hey, man, watch where you're hitting that.
I saw a lot of guys in batting practice on the Hamilton side just drill it into the net in front of the poor guy who was pitching to him. They like hitting it up the middle.
Again, they're a really good team at just putting the ball in play. Scored the second most amount of runs in the league.
Crowd wanted the strike call there. Veyu, his last time up, grounded out over to third base. Nadal's had to deal with a few ground balls over his way so far, but he's been effective.
Well, they call it the hot corner for a reason. Nadal, he's been busy tonight. 2-0 count here to the Cardinals' first baseman. Swinging through, strike one.
He flashed the arm as well. Obviously, you need a lot of strength in the arm to play over at the third base spot.
Yeah, that's one thing you'll notice about Davis Nadal. He will never get cheated on a throw. He will throw a bullet. Doesn't matter where he is on the field. Fiu lifts this to center field. Patterson looks like he has a beat on it, and he'll make the grab, and this side is retired. The 2-out single up the middle doesn't come back to bite Liriano. It's another scoreless frame out of the big lefty. We head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. The Royals up 4-2 over the Cardinals. You're watching Royals TV.
What I like about my Rollins glove is really just the quality of it. Every year I get a glove, man, I know it's going to be made the right way. It's going to last me all year. Besides that, the colors, man, you get to have a little fun with it.
What I like about Rawlings glove first and foremost is the quality.
It's got to be like an extension of my hand and very flexible and have a deep pocket and, ready for diving and anything that comes my way.
What I look for in a Rawlings glove is something that's durable, it's going to last me a long time. I like the Pro Preferred. For me, I just feel like it lasts longer.
I'd probably just do this whole color scheme right here. I'm gonna wait for the gold. I gotta get gold glove before I can do the gold.
As a kid growing up, whenever I'd see somebody out on the baseball field, that's all they had was a Rawlings. All I wanted to do was grow up and get a chance to be on a major league field and, have my Rawlings.
Bottom half of the fourth inning coming up, and then it'll be the Royals' bottom half of the order. Dos Santos, Ward, and Patterson, the three due up. Dos Santos last time up struck out swinging. He went after one of those Boone off speeds. Watches that go by to get ahead in the count 1-0.
That huge bottom of the third inning for the Royals was bookended by a couple of strikeouts. Dos Santos striking out to end the second. Of course, directly after that, that huge third inning, which also ended in a strikeout to Davis Nadal.
Head in the count here, 2-0, and Dos Santos, when he sees the ball well, he's shaking his head saying that's outside. As he swings through this one, fouls it to the backstop.
Out towards my car.
One of the better eyes in the league is Dos Santos. Knows his zone very well. You see when he's right at the plate, he's making hard contact, but he's also drawing his walks. He's seeing the ball really well at the pitcher's hands. Head now 3-1.
46 walks across 42 games last season.
That's the league record.
Yeah. He walks.
Not afraid. Lifts a fly ball, but it's going to be down the left field line, foul. That's going to protect mode now with the full count.
15 walks this season. Not quite on pace to match or beat that league record that he set last year, but another season where he's taking his free passes.
And it's a high fastball there by Boone. Gets him to swing through it for strike three.
Awkward swing on that pitch. That was definitely a little bit of a sword by Dos Santos. Caught a little bit in between.
Again, it's just tough with Boone. The way he throws and attacks these hitters, he'll go after you off speed, off speed, off speed. That's all you're seeing. And then you forget he can sneak the fastball. And that's kind of just what happened. He just snuck the high fastball by him.
Good for Boone to help him regain a little bit of confidence. That's 2 straight strikeouts now.
Across the league, normally you see it as starting pitchers. This is kind of what we see is just, 4 runs given up. It's, not a pretty good outing for some guys. For Boone, in the case of Boone, you see his numbers say, this is the worst outing he's had so far to this point of the year. Just shows how good and the different class that he is in with starting pitching.
Absolutely. Yeah, Ward back up now. He started that huge rally in the bottom of the 3rd for the Royals. But, yeah, 4 runs allowed, and that really balloons the season ERA for Owen Boone up to not so bad 2.76, pardon me. I don't think
he was knocking on the door of the sub-2 ERA just before that home run was hit, and then, like you said, it just kind of balloons up to where he's just sitting underneath the 3.
I think most pitchers would take that mark, though.
Ward lifts this one foul.
Fans starting to populate down the foul lines now that the sun is gone away for the night. Temperature's starting to mellow out a little bit, although it's still very hot.
The sun might go down, but the humidity doesn't go away.
No, it does not.
Ward fouls another one to the backstop. Only other game tonight is London at Brantford. That game was scheduled to start at 7:30, but I'm sure, as many of you fans around the league know, they have things called the sun delay, just where the sun sets at the stadium, it makes it hard. As Ward watches that outside half off speed get called for strike 3. So Owen Boone, he has gotten himself into a rhythm.
I'm not sure I understand the sun delay. Sunsets are a very predictable phenomenon. We know where the sun will set. We know when the sun will set. Why do we not schedule around that?
That is a tremendous question, my friend, and I still don't know the answer to it. There is an answer for it, but I just don't have it for you, unfortunately.
I'm genuinely curious because, this is my first year as a broadcaster in the league, so.
Yeah, out there in Brantford, I know just how the stadium is set up and everything. They have the sun delays because of the way the sun sets. I think it impacts the game in a certain way. As Patterson lifts this high and out of play foul.
Yeah, I can imagine it would be quite a nightmare if the sun was setting right on top of your batter's eye.
That, or it's setting right where the pitcher is, so he can't see home plate. It's tough.
Yeah.
You fix that, get a dome. And look at this. Boone answers back the 4-run inning with striking out the side. Tremendous work out of the Hamilton Cardinals ace. We go to the 5th. It's 4-2 for the Guelph Royals over the Hamilton Cardinals. Back here at Hastings Stadium, top of the 5th, Zach Benoit alongside Max Pernin. It's been a fun one so far. We've seen a battle of the pitchers, but we've also seen some offense come alive here. 2 home runs in the ball game so far.
Yeah, pretty good pitching from both sides. Obviously, the one blow-up inning for Boone, but he responds right away with an immediate striking out of the side, and Liriano's been strong as well. A little bit of struggle with the command, but he's gotten, results that he needed. He's gotten ground balls in big spots. He's gotten pop-outs in big spots. And you can really tell it's a clash between 2 teams that are in form at this part of the season.
This is a line shot to Geraldo. He'll take it on a hop, throw to first in time for out number 1.
It was a loud crack of the bat. Very hard hit ground out for Guerrero, but just puts it in the wrong spot because Geraldo is perfectly positioned over there. The second base spot. Easy play over to first base to pick up out number 1 for his pitcher.
That'll bring up top of the order in Brandon Nickel, who is 0 for 1 on the day. He was also hit by a pitch earlier in the ball game.
Yeah, luckily, looks like he's A-okay. Got him looked like square on the nameplate.
Ooh, good spot there by Liriano.
Nickel also seemed to understand that it was just a pitch that got away from Liriano. No bad blood between the 2 sides.
Big cut there. And Liriano's just working the quadrants of the plate right now.
Yeah, that was a perfect pitch. Just ties up Nickel on the inside corner. No chance there.
1-2, here's the pitch. Nickel, he'll try to lift this to center field. Patterson coming in, but he won't be able to get there. And it's Nickel punching a single into center field.
It was just muscled out there towards Ashton Patterson in center field. It's a nicely executed pitch by Liriano. He gets what he wants. It's a swing off the inside of the bat. But unfortunate result for the Royals. Drops in front of the outfielder out there in center.
That'll bring up Tyler Duncan, who's 0 for 2 on the day. A strikeout and a ground out to first in his 2 plate appearances. Again, if you didn't get to see the All-Star festivities, the Home Run Derby took place. Tyler Duncan walked away again as the Home Run Derby champion. Something about the event. He absolutely loves it.
I wonder how many guys in CBL history have won a Home Run Derby and a Gold Glove. Duncan, last year's Gold Glove winner out in the outfield. Playing center field out here tonight.
Here's a pitch from Liriano. Big cut there. It's a nice looking off speed to start the out the at bat. 0-1. Liriano, the control has looked real good here in this inning. He had a good at-bat against Nickel, but Brandon Nickel was just able to lift one over the head of the shortstop and in front of Patterson, the center fielder. Now Nickel will take off again. Throw down to second, and just missing the swipe tag was Gilbert. So Nickel will swipe another bag, but it's an 0-2 count to Tyler Duncan.
Nickel was absolutely flying down towards second base. Just too much speed for Matthew Ward to have any realistic chance of throwing out on that stolen base attempt. It was well timed as well. And yeah, Hamilton, like we talked about earlier in the broadcast, not a particularly potent stolen base team, but they found something that they like in Liriano's delivery. They've been timing up their attempts well.
Here's the 0-2. It's a fastball high and away for ball 1.
It's just unfortunate for Liriano, right? You execute that pitch well to Nickel. You get him to really jam it towards the handle of the bat. It falls in for a base hit, and then a stolen base that there's not much you can do about. And it's a runner in scoring position.
Off speed low. Duncan working at bat here. He's even things up 2-2. Tying run stands at the plate. Liriano just has to go into attack mode here.
Stolen base also eliminates the possibility of a double play because Liriano has picked up a lot of groundouts tonight. 8 by my count.
2-2. Gets him looking for strike 3.
Duncan not too happy with that call. A few words for the home plate umpire. Some words that are reciprocated, but he's gonna go to the dugout, and that's a huge strikeout. Like we talked about, with a runner in scoring position for Liriano.
Right fielder number 30, Carlos Dominguez.
His first strikeout since the second inning.
3 strikeouts on the night for Liriano. The control here in this inning has looked fantastic. Trying to strand a bloop single out there at second. He'll have to face Carlos Dominguez. Gets him swinging a beautiful changeup to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Dominguez has seen the ball well from Liriano so far in this game. Of course, he had the home run in the first inning. Drew a walk his second time up. Liriano trying to put him down for the first time in their third matchup of the evening.
Check on Nickel at second. Here's the pitch. Just missing the outside corner. 1-1. Looks like action out there in the bullpen for the Royals. Looks like it's number 91, Brandon Dean's warming up.
Pitch count into the 70s for Liriano.
Trying to work out of this inning here. Brown ball fouled off of Dominguez.
Overall, of course, he's been very effective, but some of these innings he's just had to labor through because of these occasional lapses in command that result in walks and hit by pitches.
This has been his all-around best inning so far. The command has looked sharp. He's trying to get out of it here. Leans in, gets the sign. Long hold by Liriano, trying to get out of the inning scoreless. Here's the pitch. Grounder, pulled to third, foul.
Liriano, he really enjoys taking his time out there at the plate. He gets set, wipes the sweat off his forehead, keeps an eye on the runner at second. You wonder, should the CBL adopt a pitch clock or something similar?
Well, partner, it's supposedly in the works.
You wonder how that will affect a pitcher like Liriano, who likes to take his time to get set.
1-2 count. Checks the runner. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 3. It's a scrumptious, scoreless inning for Elvin Liriano as he waltzes off the diamond ahead 4-2 as we head to the bottom half of the fifth. You're watching Royals TV.
Yeah, what do you recommend?
I love this color right here.
So I'm gonna do like a navy and red lace.
I like to be subtly flashy.
My first glove was the Rawlings glove. This right here is kind of my baby. Took a year for her to break in. Rawlings guys hooked me up with this color. It was a new color that came out, and I was like, let me get it.
I always played with a Rawlings glove. That's all I know. It was branded in my brain to play with that.
I just fell in love that it was brand new, and when you get a pro glove, you don't have to put it in the microwave, you don't have to run it over with your car. All you gotta do is use it.
If I missed the ball with this glove, it went in the microwave. That was his punishment.
He's blaming the arrow and not the Indian.
4-2 score here at Hastings. Zach Benoit alongside Max Purdon, and it's the top of the order coming up here for the Guelph Royals. Garrett Takamatsu, Anthony Gilbert, and Miguel Geraldo, the three due up.
Yeah, we're going to get to see this dominant top of the order for the Royals. Statistics would indicate that one of them is likely to get a base hit here, considering they're all averaging near 400 on the season. This trio of Takamatsu, Gilbert, and Geraldo. Of course, they got 3 straight hits back in that dominant third inning. Takamatsu and Gilbert both with singles, and then Geraldo with the home run to send them both home. Takamatsu now hovering around that 400 mark with his season average.
Ground ball hit to short. Nickel will get it. The toss on the run is in time for out number 1.
Nice play by Nickel over there at shortstop to just circle onto it, make a really smooth throw over to first base. Of course, Takamatsu, not exactly a burner from the DH spot, but awkward spot on the diamond.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Anthony Gilbert, who lengthened his hit streak to 16 games. It has been a tremendous season for Gilbert. I would have to go back into the archives to see what is the longest hit streak in the CBL. As Gilbert pulls it to third, Reyes will take it on a hop to throw across in view with a nice back pick. And they get the out number 2.
2 straight groundouts for the Royals. That was a really nice play over there at third base to just get the throw off. And then, like you said, Veilleux over at first stretches out and picks it off the bounce for the 5-3 groundout.
Your second baseman, number 15, Miguel Geraldo.
Geraldo's last time up, of course, he hit that home run that really flipped this game on its head. 3-run shot.
The loudest swing of the day by far.
Still maybe not the highlight of the night.
Yeah, I don't think anything's going to top that catch at the wall. And, I mean, I tip your hat to Carlos Dominguez because, again, that can go down as the play of the year.
For sure. I mean, you know when the home crowd is cheering for something that the away team did, like, it's got to be special, right?
At the end of the day, we're all baseball fans, so when something cool happens, you just get excited.
At the end of the day, all we want to see is something cool.
And Geraldo chasing the off-speed twice. Boone is in his bag right now.
Yeah, Boone has sat down 6 straight batters. Four of those by way of the strikeout, and then those last 2 groundouts against Takamatsu and Gilbert.
The last batter to reach base was Tag Gollert. That was via the walk. Other than that, it was the Geraldo 3-run shot. Lifts another one to center field. Duncan has to go back, but he has it at the track. And it's out number 3. Another quick inning for Boone. He's keeping his team in it. It's 4-2 as we head to the 6th inning. You're watching the Royals and the Cardinals here at Hastings Stadium. Welcome back. Top of the 6th, Royals, Cardinals, Zach Benoit, Max Purdon here with you on a beautiful Tuesday evening. Evan McGill will lead things off, followed by Rainy Reyes and Jaden Brown here for the Hamilton Cardinals. The ball game out in Brantford has started. It's top of the second inning, 0-0 score out there between London and the Red Sox.
Evan McGill has kept Victor Mascai busy over at first base so far in this game. 2 at-bats, 2 ground outs over to first base.
Looks like there's more action happening out there in the Royals bullpen. I think that's number 7, Carson Burns. Looks like it is Burns out there, so intriguing to see if he gets entered into this ball game.
Right-handed batter of Reyes on deck.
McGill gets this off the end of the bat, and it's right at Patterson. He'll make the grab for out number 1.
Looks like Liriano's going to stay in against the righty Reyes.
So last inning, Tyler Duncan, he struck out looking, and he had a couple of words for the umpire afterwards. Liriano then proceeded to, finish off the inning, gets another strikeout looking. He stayed on the mound looking into the Hamilton Cardinals dugout. Not sure if it was, kind of a playful thing or anything serious, but it was something to take note of.
We've talked already in this game about how the Hamilton dugout has a propensity for loudness. Most of it is, if not all of it, is in good spirit and good faith, but maybe something said to Liriano.
Fly ball lifted right in front of the Hamilton Cardinals dugout. Mascai has a beat on it. He'll make the catch.
Reyes, frustrated with himself, slams the bat into the grass over there exactly where the ball landed. 2 straight flyouts for Liriano. Quick start to this inning, 2 outs right away as his pitch count continues to climb. Now up to 84 on the night.
Trying to get through the 6th inning here, only giving up 2. This is Liriano really just pitching to perfection. Another pop-up. Mascai will be camped under it, and he'll make the grab again. Liriano, 6 innings, 2 earned runs. It's a quality start for number 99 as the Royals still hold on to a 2-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Bottom half of the 6th inning here at Hastings Stadium. It'll be Mascai leading things off, followed by Galler and Nadal.
Owen Boone stays in the game. He has been on an absolute rampage these last few innings. 7 straight batters sat down. 2 groundouts and the 1 fly out to center field in that bottom of the 5th inning. He's up to 82 pitches.
And Victor will line this one out of play foul. Yeah, it's been truly magical to watch Owen Boone kind of operate on the mound. He's just so professional out there.
I mean, it's so impressive, right? He had that 1 blow-up inning where the Royals put up the crooked number, the 4 runs that still has them in front, but he's just completely unfazed. And ever since then, he has just been on an absolute roll. It would be so easy for things to start to spiral out of control a little bit for Boone, but yeah, I mean, just the mental strength to stay locked in and to get back in a groove.
And Maskai swings through that off speed, and you just saw Boone. He got 2 baseballs, didn't like either of them, threw them both away, and finally he gets the one he likes, and he throws a wicked off speed to the Royals' first baseman, and Victor Maskai. 0-2. Lifts this one just in front of the Royals dugout. Reyes giving chase. Reyes is not going to be able to get there. Running over, trying to make the grab was Rainy Reyes.
Yeah, it's a strange pop-up to try to catch over there in front of the dugout. Of course, you've got that dirt patch and just a lot of stuff going on. Trees, and you got the dugout, and you potentially got some Guelph players, you know, saying things in the dugout. I mean, a lot of distractions. Tough play to make, and it falls, and this guy stays alive in the at-bat.
Lifts another one, but this one's going to be way out of play, and Reyes will just give it watch. Oh, 2 count here. Boone gets a grounder here, hit to second. Feliz has taken on hot. Maskai was hustling out of the box, but he's not going to get there in time. Make it 8 straight sat down by Owen Boone.
Feliz had to fight with gravity a little bit over there at second base. The ball took a really high hop, and he backs up a little bit to make sure he's in position to grab it in time to throw it to first base. He had to throw it with probably a little bit more pace than he expected. But he does make the play. And that is now batter number 8 in a row retired for Owen Boone.
Well, the last man to reach base comes up to bat, and it was Tag Goller who reached via a walk. First pitch there, watches ball 1 go by. And again, a lot of things about coming into the CBL, you know, it's always an adjustment period. It's never easy coming into the league about partway through, and that's kind of been the case for Tag. You know, he comes into the league about a week and a half to 2 weeks before the All-Star break. Everybody, all the pitching has gotten used to the league, the umpires and everything. Now you're Goller, you're coming in and everything's fresh. You got to get accustomed to how everything operates here, and that's kind of what these early games have been, just a kind of a feel-out process.
Yeah, it's tough. A whole new league, a whole new ballpark, you know, all new pitchers that, you know, you maybe you've never seen before. It's difficult for sure. But like we've talked about, I mean, this is a guy with a track record with which you would expect that, you know, things are going to turn around, and he's going to be a key contributor for Guelph as, you know, they try to chase that playoff spot and try to climb up into that 3rd seed or that 2nd seed to avoid the play-in game.
3-1 count now to Goller. He lifts this one. It's a sky shot to shallow center field. Duncan coming in, and he'll make the grab for out number 2.
9 up, 9 down for Owen Boone now in his last 9 batters. Gets a pretty easy fly out. That one was hit really, really high up.
Now, on the scorecard, it won't go down as a quality start, obviously, because, you know, he's going to be going 6 innings here, but he gave up 4. But, I mean, from how he's pitched, it really has been pure quality out of Boone. The only damage was the 3-run shot from Miguel Geraldo. Other than that, it's been picture perfect, but the Royals have just been getting even better pitching performance from Elvin Liriano.
So much of being, a consistent and a high-quality starting pitcher is being able to bounce back, right? I mean, if you're a starting pitcher, your volume of innings pitched is going to be so high that eventually somebody's going to get you, right? And the Royals did just that. They put up the highest earned run total that anybody has put up against Boone this season. But you wouldn't be able to tell in the way that he's pitched since. It's so impressive. But Liriano as well. Like you said, Liriano is winning this duel against a guy who could easily be said is the best starting pitcher in the entire CBL.
So Nadal here heading the count 3-1, and we just saw this happen with Gawler as well. You'll watch strike 2 go by, full count. Be interesting to see if Boone comes out for another inning of work after this. If he does, I believe, if the record books show, I believe this would be him eclipsing the 500 inning mark in his career, as it's another strikeout for Owen Boone. He retires the side, and he's gone through 6, giving up 4. As we head over to the 7th inning, the Guelph Royals on top 4-2 over the Hamilton Cardinals. You're watching Royals TV.
Everyone dreams of being great. Only a select few can be iconic. But only one is chosen. Introducing the Chosen One from Rawlings. The all-new one-piece composite iteration of the top-rated and established Icon BB Core bat.
Yeah, what do you recommend? I love this color right here.
So I'm gonna do like a navy and red lace.
I like to be subtly flashy.
My first glove was the Rawlings glove. This right here is kind of my baby. Took a year for her to break in. Rawlings guys hooked me up with this color. It was a new color that came out, and I was like, let me get it.
I always play with a Rawlings glove. That's all I know. It was branded in my brain to play with that.
I just fell in love that it was brand new, and when you get a pro glove, you don't have to put it in the microwave, you don't have to run it over with your car. All you gotta do is use it.
If I missed the ball with this glove, it went in the microwave. That was his punishment.
He's blaming the arrow and not the Indian.
Top 7, the Royals will go to one of their consistent arms in the bullpen in Brandon Deans, the 25-year-old out of Mississauga, Ontario.
Dean's not exactly a sparkling ERA on the season, but if there's one thing you can say about him, it's that you can count on him to get at least 1 strikeout every time he touches the mound, because that is exactly what he's done so far this season. Not a single outing without a strikeout. So we'll see if he can keep that alive.
Yeah, the ERA, I mean, it's only spiked up because of one outing he had against Kitchener. We went 1 inning and he gave up 3 earned runs. Other than that, he's basically been perfect. If you take out that 1 inning, he's pitched 10 innings and a third, giving up 3 earned runs, instead of his 11 and a third, giving up 6.
He had one particularly impressive performance in Toronto back on June 10th. Went 2 innings, And of those 6 batters he retired, 5 of them went down by way of the strikeout.
The best he's looked was in the playoffs last year. He appeared in 3 games, pitched 6 innings, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, did not give up a run. He was dominant in the postseason for the Royals.
It's always so impressive when a pitcher just dials up their game in the big moments. It's such a mental position.
2-2, and it's another fastball. He leaves arm high. Full count now. Another fastball, arm high, missing, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the inning.
Well, Deans did issue 2 walks his last time out on July 4th against the Maple Leafs.
Again, it's been a lengthy, time off for some of these pitchers. We have a pinch runner situation, and that will be on for Anderson Feliz.
Solid night for Feliz. He goes 1 for 2 with the walk as well.
Looks like it's number 34, Trevor Nickel, coming on a pinch run.
Appreciate the ump for giving us the heads up.
Vieux squaring a bunt. He punches this down the first base line, but it's foul. That was a fastball again that was high and inside on the righty. So it's another pitch we're seeing where Deans is just kind of leaving them up here, and that's something we don't normally see at a Brandon Deans. The fastball is usually the pitch that he's in most control and command of. Top second out in Brantford. It's 1-0 for the Majors. Again, that game got off later as there was a sun delay. Nickel faked going to second, but he stopped up, and now the count is 0-2.
Deans is listed at 6'4", and usually you see a pretty positive correlation between the height of a pitcher and the effectiveness of their fastball. There's more length, you can generate more torque, and you can get some extension that just makes that fastball play a little bit faster.
He has a lot of pop in the arm as well. At times he was able to hit the fastball mid-90s. But he also, I believe, and I'm sure the Deans family will correct me if I'm wrong, I believe he's also a police officer as well. Beautiful fastball, just did not get the call. Patterson in center field, he threw his hands up. So between, firing in strikes, he's keeping the streets safe.
I always like when the center fielder protests a call. It's kind of like those photos of guys on the on the CN Tower looking down on the Rogers Center. Not exactly the best view.
Vieux swings through it for strike 3 as Dean answers back from the leadoff walk with a K.
Well, the streak stays alive every single appearance so far for Brandon Deans. He's got a strikeout, and that streak will not end tonight.
This gets away. Nickel's going to take off the throw to second. Did he get him? No, just missing the tag on the foot. Great recovery by Matthew Ward. He fired another strike down there, but it looked like Nickel was able to just get his foot in there in time.
Yeah, that was a really close play at second base. Nickel, really smart read. Despite the fact that Ward is able to get back to it and get a throw off pretty quickly, he's able to tell that the opportunity is there to take second base.
Another fastball missing here, low and inside. Deans looks like he's fighting the control a little bit, just trying to get out of this inning any way he can.
This is a real opportunity for Hamilton to try to equalize here. Of course, you've got the top of the order looming. You've got this runner in scoring position now with just the single out.
This is lifted down the left field line, but foul. We saw Escorcia and Pineda. They walked down towards the bullpen to get loose, so expect to see them.
Escorcia had a really nice game his last time out. Certainly has the confidence of this managerial staff in Guelph.
2-1 count. Chasing the high fastball was Guerrero, and he's evened up now 2-2.
That's when you know the fastball's cooking, when you can blow it right by a batter. So much so that they swing right under it. The velocity, the vertical break, the tunneling, I mean, it's all working when you can get a result like that.
Lifts this one, foul. Well, around baseball today, the MLB All-Star Game is happening, and Toronto Blue Jay Dylan Cease was the opener, or I guess the starter for that game. Struck out the side in the first inning. Walked one, struck out the rest. I believe it's currently 3-0 for the American League. 2-2 count here to Angel Guerrero. Trevor Nickel, the pinch runner, out at second base. Here's the 2-2. Another one lifted foul. Guerrero, he is having a good at-bat here, fighting to stay alive.
Deans knows that the strikeout is the result, or pardon me, Guerrero knows that the strikeout is the result that he really needs to avoid in this at-bat.
Liss is lifted down the right field line. If it was fair, it was gone, but pulled way foul.
Just a little bit too trigger happy on that swing. Like you said, partner, that was really strong contact. If he had swung on it maybe a dozen milliseconds later, that one could be drifting over the fence.
Ground ball hit up the middle. It's going to get through. They're going to send Nickel home. The throw in, it's going to be cut off there. No, not. Thought Maskai was going to get to it, but that's going to be an RBI single for Angel Guerrero, and the Cardinals are right back in it, only trailing by 1.
That was a seeing eye ground ball up the middle by Guerrero. And a huge spot in the game for the number 9 hitter to get on in front of these really high-powered bats at the top of this Hamilton lineup, and to bring it within just the single run. Could be a real turning point.
In the dirt, that's going to get away from Ward. Guerrero will take off for second, and he's in there standing. He's actually turning to possibly take 3, but he'll stay at 2. So a little bit of command issues on the mound this inning for Deans. Again, something we're not used to seeing. He has just been terrific really all year long. He's just been having a little bit of trouble trying to find the command with the fastball so far today. But
yeah,
it's lively. It's popping out of the glove.
Yeah, he's got some good swings and misses, but fortunately for Deans, he's got to deal with another runner in scoring position after just one pitch with the runner on first base.
Looked like another good pitch there, but he just doesn't get the call in the inside half. 2-0 to Brandon Nickel. Another good fastball high and away, just doesn't get the call. 3-0. Starting to see some action over there in the Guelph Royals bullpen. I believe that's Pineda starting to get loose. Fastball catching the corner for strike 1.
Well, Elvin Liriano's just got to be kicking himself in the dugout. He did such a good job to preserve that lead. Now facing potential no decision should this runner come around to score.
This is a line shot into left field. It's down for a hit. They're going to send the runner home. The throw will be cut off, and it's a brand new ball game, 4-4.
That was also a little bit of a jam shot out into left field, but finds the outfield grass, and like you said, partner, whole new ball game. We are back to level at 4 apiece.
Well, Dino coming out, and it might spell the end of the day here for Brandon Deans, which is just super unfortunate. Again, he's been so good all year long, and a tough game here might just be a conversation because we're not quite sure how ready Pineda is out there in the bullpen.
It's an interesting managerial decision to make, right? Because the results haven't been there for Deans, in this appearance, but he's gotten some decent swings and misses. Maybe you think, that those last couple base hits were pretty innocent contact. They just happened to find some grass. So we see Dean stays in the game here.
Again, Pineda, it looks like he's just starting to get loose. First pitch to Duncan is called strike one at the top of the zone. Duncan is 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out, but his bat can play at any time in a ball game. Can never count him out. Runner takes off for second, throw down, and it's going to be in there. Going for 3. And Brandon Nickel gets the stolen base, and then he's in there taking third on the throw down that gets past Gilbert.
Ward really had to rush to pop and get that throw towards second base. It ends up skipping in at the bag. Gilbert not able to get the glove on it, and then it just died out there in center field. Patterson, nothing he could do. And Nickel seizes the opportunity, gallops into third base.
So the go-ahead run for the Hamilton Cardinals now stands 90 feet away. This is foul to the backstop.
You certainly got the sense that if Guerrero was able to set the table for the top of this Hamilton order, it was going to spell trouble for the Royals. Now they're really staring down the barrel of what could be a late deficit in this game that they've led for most of the way.
High and away, 2-2. Infield will play in. Another high fastball missing, full count to Duncan.
Such an unfortunate outing for Deans. I mean, really just has not allowed any hard contact. But nevertheless, the 2 runs are posted against him. A lot of action, a lot of bases taken out of his control.
And that's going to get away from Ward, and the go-ahead run will come in to score.
Well, the Hamilton dugout pretty excited. They watch the go-ahead run come in on the wild pitch. And all of a sudden, this game that was flipped on its head back in the bottom of the 3rd inning with that 3-run shot by Miguel Geraldo has been flipped back the other way.
And just a very unfortunate time for it to happen. with the way that Boone has been pitching the last couple of innings. He's sat down 9 straight.
You wonder what that decision looks like now. Boone, his pitch count in the 90s, I believe it's sitting at 92. But he's been pitching so well. But on the other side, I mean, this inning has taken a long time, so he's been sitting for a while.
Runner takes off, throw to second, and not in time. Another stolen base. And again, a Hamilton Cardinals team that we haven't seen steal that many bags this year. I believe that's their 7th of the night.
They've really identified something that they like. Something could be maybe Matthew Ward, the way that, you know, he throws it from home plate, but it looks like his pops have been good. It looks like his throws have been accurate. Could be, you know, they've identified in something in the windup and release of these pitchers. It's hard to say, but obviously a real departure from their typical play style.
Again, the starting pitcher ERA has been what's been the best for the Hamilton Cardinals. It's really been led by Boone and Jan. This is a shot down the right field line, foul.
Is our camera good? Looks like it is.
Really hope so. It'd be super unfortunate.
Still giving us a feed, so.
I was gonna say, really hope that it's still standing. We'd have to answer to Mark about that.
Well, I think Dominguez would have to answer to Mark about that.
1-2 count here. Dean's trying to get a crucial out, number 2. Dominguez lifts this down the right field line. Maskai giving a chase. Maskai diving, and he's not going to be able to get there. And this is a little nerve-wracking. No, Maskai will get up, and it looks like he's okay. Took a little bit of a stumble, and looked like he might have been favoring that right leg a little bit, but nonetheless, he's okay.
Looked like there was a little bit of a slope heading out that way. Maskai really got on his horse. Quick acceleration towards that track out near the Hamilton dugout. He lays out to try to make the play. Can't fault his effort.
Again, this has been a Hamilton team where the starting pitching and the offense has really been the two things that have propelled them. Lifted, shallow right field. Geraldo there, and he'll make the catch for a big out, number 2.
And that's another thing that's going to factor into this decision about whether or not you keep Boone in the game. The starting pitching has been so strong, especially with Boone, but that bullpen ERA sitting at 5.10. You certainly wonder if the relative struggles of the bullpen are going to factor into that decision.
Well, there is action over there in the Cardinals bullpen now. Looks like a right-hander is warming up. I would assume it's either Hospital or Connor Corey would be my best guess. But we'll wait and see. Dean's ahead in the count here, 0-1. In the dirt, 1-1 to the backstop here, Evan McGill, who's 0 for 3. He's grounded out to first twice, and he's flown out to center. Maskai has him 2 times tonight.
He's kept Maskai very busy over there towards first base. Finally spread the love a little bit and sent one out to center in his last at-bat.
Chase is there, swinging through it for strike 2. One and 2 count, 2 outs. Dean's just trying to get out of this inning. Fouled off by McGill. We'll do it again.
It's been such a great season for Evan McGill, and it's so impressive that Iriano was able to keep him at bay so well here tonight. Like we talked about, 0 for 3.
Fastball high and away, 2-2.
Coming into this one, average north of 300 on the air. OPS at 942. He's left the yard 5 times, all while playing, a solid catcher. You can see why he was an all-star here in his first season in the CBL.
Chases the fastball for strike 3. The side is retired as McGill breaks the bat over his knee. Side is retired, but the Hamilton Cardinals, they score 3, and they recapture a 5-4 lead. We patiently wait to see who will be coming on to pitch. It looks like they are going to go to the bullpen. More on the pitcher coming in the next half. You're watching Royals TV. Well, back here in the bottom half of the 7th inning, the Cardinals will go to their big righty in Stephen Hospital, who has been a really consistent arm for them over his tenure. This year, things have gotten a little bit rough, and, well, I mean, really, it was the one game against the Guelph Royals. He recorded only 1 out in that ball game, gave up 5 runs. So Guelph, happy to see him back here, but they got to start getting their offense rocking and rolling.
Yeah, the Royals, last time they saw him really, really well. And it was a real crooked number they put up in just that third of an inning pitched.
So we'll have to wait for Owen Boone to get inning number 500. He's currently sitting at 499 and 2/3. It's 1 out to get to 500 total innings. Hospital will face Dos Santos for the first time, and it's a called strike 1 high in the zone.
Well, the good news about that is that, Hamilton can plan a celebration the next time Boone takes the mound. They'll know that he is almost guaranteed to hit inning number 500.
Dos Santos squared to bunt, but pulled it back in time, and it's 1-1. So this is the final line for Owen Boone. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits given up, 4 runs, all earned, 1 walk and 7 strikeouts. Elvin Liriano, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs given up, both earned, 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. Both starting pitchers really dominant tonight.
Yeah, and that run that we saw from Boone to end his night, that would put him in position to get the win decision should this current score hold.
Off speed at the top of the zone there. Dos Santos wisely lays off, and he's ahead in the count here, 2-1. We saw this in his last at-bat. He laid off some tough pitches. Lifts this out of play, foul, 2-2.
A couple of strikeouts tonight for Dos Santos. Still trying to find his groove a little bit.
Yeah, we know the contact ability and really the ability to hit balls hard to the outfield. It's in that bat. It's just really ever since that injury where he fouled a ball off his foot. He's been trying to get back to his form he had before then. As he's worked another full count here.
It can be so tough, right, when your rhythm is thrown off like that.
He's a fighter, though. He stays in there, he gets his at-bats, and he'll work through all the problems. Full count here, Hospital. Here's the pitch. And he works the walk. So it's a step in the right direction there for 17. Reaches base and now trying to utilize the speed.
Your catcher, number 10, Matthew Ward.
It's a great start to the inning for the Royals. We talked about last time they saw Stephen Hospital, it was a real crooked number, but getting the walk to start this one.
Ward squaring around a bunt, and he pulls it back, but still strike.
Ward 1 for 2 tonight. He was also victim to that really strong fourth inning from Boone.
Dos Santos taking off for second, the throw down, and they say they got him. Evan McGill popped up. I mean, it was a perfect pitch to throw down on a high fastball that McGill, he just stood up and fired a bullet.
Well, McGill, it's such a valuable piece to this Hamilton team. Hasn't been his night in terms of the batting, but the first caught stealing of the night for either side belongs to the Cardinals in a huge spot. That leadoff runner is quickly erased.
Ward will watch that one. It's a backdoor slider that's called for strike 2.
It was such a good at-bat from Dos Santos to draw that walk and, hopefully set the table for the Royals to try to spark this comeback, but.
And Hospital working here. It's a strikeout for number 71. And really, you can't fault, Dos Santos in that, because that the pitch selection there for Hospital is perfect. It's a fastball high and away, and that's everything you want to do for your catcher if the runner takes off. The catcher, he's already standing up trying to catch that ball, and the transfer was quick as anything.
Yeah, he just, unfortunately, out of any pitch to run on, he picked a very inopportune one.
If it was the slider inside, I think he gets there in time.
Yeah.
But again, just a high fastball. So quickly, there's 2 outs here. Ashton Patterson, number 9 hitter, will step up. He pulls this one down the right field line foul. He was robbed at the wall earlier in the ballgame, back in the 3rd inning. And again, probably the catch of the year out there by Carlos Dominguez.
Well, should this current score hold, and Hamilton does win this game by a single run, that catch out in right field would be the difference maker. Because the runner on did end up coming home to score.
He squares late. Reyes, bare hand throw to first. Not in time. They're going to say Viu was off the bag. And I wouldn't be surprised here if the Cardinals ask for an umpire review. But I don't think they're going to get one. So nonetheless, it's a bunt single for Ashton Patterson. Credit Rainy Reyes, though. I mean, that is a perfect defensive play by the third baseman.
Yeah, with a really speedy runner in Ashton Patterson heading towards first base there. The bunt, it's not pretty. It's not a highlight reel play, but man, is it exciting when you see a perfectly placed bunt and you've got the third baseman charging in on it and you got a speedy runner heading towards the bag. You see a bang-bang play like that.
Well, big moment here for the Guelph Royals. This ball's going to get away, and Patterson is going to advance to second. He takes a turn, but he'll just stay at 2.
Well, now a runner in scoring position for a man who has been the most dangerous hitter in this Royals lineup all season. And we're going to have a mound visit here because this is dangerous.
So there is action over there in the Cardinals bullpen. Looks like Luis Bernardo will just kind of talk with his reliever here in hospital. Again, like you mentioned, this is a scary hitter at the plate in Garrett Takamatsu.
You wonder if the intentional walk is something that might be discussed.
Takamatsu, 392 average, a 500 on base percentage, which is just insane in itself. He's the only player in the CBL with a on-base percentage 500 or better. The next closest is Noel McGarry Doyle at 495, but that's just ridiculous stuff out of Tack. He'll watch this one low and away for ball 2.
Also at 495 on the season is Yasiel Puig. Of course,
and he's been picking it up as of late as well.
A name that many baseball fans near and far are familiar with.
2-0 here to Takamatsu. He's swinging through it for strike 1.
Yeah, to be outperforming a guy with, you know, the name recognition of Yasiel Puig, that's pretty impressive stuff for Garrett Takamatsu.
2-1 count here to the leadoff man for the Royals. Takamatsu, he's been coming up with big hit after big hit so far this season. Can he have another one in him? And that's a perfect pitch by Hospital on the outside half that gets Tack swinging through it for strike 2.
Takamatsu, he knows that this is his spot, right? Like he's not trying to pass the baton. He knows that he's in this spot for a reason. He's in this leadoff spot so he can get these types of opportunities, and he's just trying to put barrel to the ball.
2-2. Hospital tried to expand the zone with another breaker there, and it goes to a full count. Full count. Royals threatening here in the bottom half of the 7th. They got a 2-out bunt single from Ashton Patterson. Tack swings through it for strike 3. The Royals threaten, but they can't tie it. They leave the tying run stranded at second. We go to the 8th inning. It's the Cardinals 5, Royals 4. You're watching Royals TV. Top half of the 8th inning coming up, and the Royals will go to a big arm in their bullpen, Glaven Pineda, who has been tremendous so far this season. 8 innings pitched, only given up 2 earned runs. He has 13 strikeouts to 4 walks, a guy that really just fills the zone and attacks hitters here in a big spot for Guelph.
Yeah, really a strong bullpen arm for these Royals back on July 7th, last Tuesday against Welland. And his singular inning of work, 3 batters faced, 3 strikeouts. He's enjoying his final summer in his 20s. Turns 30 at the end of August, or the back half of August.
August 19, 1996 is the birthday. I just turned 25 and I feel old. I had a friend put in perspective saying, well, now you're officially closer to 50 than you are to 0 or to 1. I'm like, you didn't need to say that. Didn't need to tell me that one.
That's ugly.
1-1 count here.
I wish you didn't say that.
I know. That's what I said to him. I didn't appreciate it whatsoever.
Pineda, 1 save on the season. Back on July 4th against Toronto. 2 innings of work. No runs allowed.
Beautiful off speed there, and he just kind of freezes up Reyes.
He's acclimated well in his first season here in the CBL. A lot of really strong outings in relief. Of course, just the 2 earned runs against across 8 innings of work.
Just outside.
His last time up was in London in that impressive win over the majors back on Friday before the All-Star break. One inning of work, just 1 hit allowed, and he got out of the inning cleanly.
2-2 count here on Rainy Reyes, and Pineda will just step off.
Reyes, of course, we saw steal 2 bases back in the 2nd inning. This 1-run lead. I mean, you can attribute that to his base running.
Again, the story of the game has been the stolen bases for the Hamilton Cardinals, something that they just don't do whatsoever. It has been so effective here tonight.
Yeah, the margins between these teams have just been so thin, but the base running prowess that we've seen from Hamilton here tonight, obviously very uncharacteristic with the way they've played most of the season, but it's been integral to their current holding of the lead.
Yeah, they've done everything they can to just cause havoc on the base paths tonight. 2-2 count. Ooh, Reyes just hold on to the bat. He wanted to chase that fastball, but he holds it back. Count run full.
Last 2 times up for Reyes, he popped out over to first base. A couple of good results from Liriano.
Here's the full count pitch. Outside, ball 4.
Well, not the start to the outing that Pineda was probably looking for.
Well, Jaden Brown was the scheduled hitter, but it looks like number 12, Yolki Pena, will come up to pinch hit for him. Cardinals really trying to extend this lead here. Already up by 1. They have another runner on first. Reyes taken off again. Throw down. They got him. Tries to swipe his 3rd bag of the night, and he's unsuccessful.
Well, Reyes maybe got a little bit greedy there. We talked about earlier in the game just the 1 stolen base coming into this one tonight. Picked up 2 earlier in this matchup, but on that one, Matthew Ward guns him down at second base, and that leadoff runner is erased.
And that's got to feel good for Ward. Again, earlier in the ball game, Reyes took 2 bases, but it kind of felt like Ward got him both times. It was more so just, the ball popping out of the glove of the fielder at both bases.
It was definitely more of an issue with the tag than the throw. I would agree with you, partner.
Ahead in the count here, 0-2 is Pineda. Ground ball hit right back up the middle. Gilbert takes on a hop, the throw in time for out number 2.
Well, Anthony Gilbert really got on his horse over there at shortstop. Picks up a lot of speed to field that one out towards second base and delivers a very nice throw over to first. Makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Trevor Nickel, who came in as a pinch runner, will come up to bat now for the first time.
Came around to score. Nickel hasn't seen too much action so far this season, but in the action he has seen, his average is a pretty solid 636.
Swinging through that, foul tipped into the glove of Ward. He's behind now, 0-2. So ever since the throwout of Reyes, Pineda has been attacking these hitters. He went right after Yulki Pena. Now going right after Trevor Nickel. Ground ball poked foul.
Nickel with 14 plate appearances on the season so far. I said he had the average of 636. He's actually got a matching slugging percentage of 636, which indicates, of course, all of his base hits have come via the single.
Kind of see after that swing, it looked like Dino signaled to the outfield, kind of play in a little bit more. Looked like he just Nickel kind of just chopped at it. Here's the 0-2 again. Just missing high for ball.
Certainly some disgruntled fans about that call, but Nickel's certainly happy that he gets the decision there. He stays alive.
One-two count, 2 outs. Glaven Pineda trying to have another scoreless outing here for the Royals. Here's the pitch. Just missing inner half. Looked great.
Pineda, little hop, skip, and a jump over there at the mound. I think he maybe expected that that call would go his way, but alas, the at-bat continues again.
Evened up, 2-2. The set and the pitch. Another foul off there by Nickel.
Nickel just staying alive. He wants to keep that very impressive average up in the 600s. Of course, with the very small sample size, any out would probably collapse that average by quite a few points.
Going to do the 2-2 once more. Another one pulled foul. Just credit the at-bat here of Trevor Nickel. He is just punching off some difficult pitches.
Yeah, that's an impressive foul there because he is well in front of that breaking ball. But he adjusts the bat. He slows it down a little bit, and he's able to get some wood on it. He stays alive yet again.
Pineda trying to figure out what he has to do to sit him down. Inside, ball 3. Here's the full count pitch. Low inside, ball 4, and wow, what an at-bat by Trevor Nickel.
Nickel comes in as a pinch runner in that 7th inning. He does his job, comes around to score, and now in his first at-bat, he reaches by way of, like you said, very impressive at-bat. Count runs full, but he's able to draw the walk.
So I'll bring up Jeremy Vieux.
Interesting career. Started back in 2021 with the Hamilton Cardinals. Played 2 seasons in Hamilton. Then went to Brantford for 3 years. Now this year he makes his return to Hamilton. 26 years old, out of Oakville.
Here's the 0-1. Just missing outside.
His best season came back in the 2023 campaign. OPS 923.
Nickel takes off. The throw down. They got him! Matthew Ward goes 2 for 2 in the inning and gunning out runners. And it's a massive one from the backstop. They get out of the inning unscathed, still trailing by 1. We go to the bottom half. The Royals looking to bounce back on the sticks. Back here in the bottom of the 8th, Gilbert, he'll welcome in a new pitcher, number 4, Caleb Sorosky.
Sorosky facing a very dangerous pocket of this Guelph order. 2-3-4 coming up, starting with Anthony Gilbert. 24-year-old Sorosky coming out of Hamilton. Hometown pitcher.
24-year-old, like you mentioned, out of Hamilton, Ontario. He got a save his last time out against the Welland Jackfish. He gave up 1 hit in that ball game, struck out 1, walked 1, faced 5 batters. Gilbert chases that one on the outside half. He's quickly in the hole here, 0-2.
He's a real strikeout pitcher, 19 Ks through 16 innings of work so far this season. Last year, 33 strikeouts in 26 1/3 innings.
Gilbert hits this one up the middle through for a base hit, and just Anthony Gilbert stay hot.
Gilbert just finds a hole up the middle. And that's huge. To get the tying runner on with no outs, it's a real chance for Guelph to even this one up here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Gilbert's batting average coming into tonight was .387. He's 2 for 4. Or excuse me, 2 for 4 on the night. 2 singles and the RBI earlier in the ball game. He just continues to put bat to ball and have productive at-bats for this Guelph Royals team. And then his counterpart right behind him. And Miguel Geraldo does the exact same thing. It has really been a 1-2 punch with these two.
Geraldo had that huge home run back in the 3rd inning to give Guelph that 4-2 lead that they weren't able to hold on to. But with one swing of the bat, he could do the exact same thing.
Geraldo swinging through this one. He's behind the count 0-2.
It's so ridiculous that Gilbert came into this one with, a batting average north of 385, and he's got multiple hits in this one, and he still doesn't lead the team in batting average.
Yeah, just shows how good Garrett Takamatsu has been.
Yeah.
0-2 here to the Royals second baseman. Bounces this one to third, but it's going to be foul.
That's a mark that should put you in contention for the batting title across the entire CBL, but I mean, he's got such a good hitter batting right in front of him in that leadoff spot. It's not even good enough for best on the team.
And the best average in the league right now is Malik Williams hitting .439.
That's pretty darn good.
Geraldo staying alive here, 0-2. Pulls another one foul, and he's just out in front of these off speeds.
Good job by Geraldo. Even though he's out in front of these pitches, he's making enough contact that he's staying alive in this at-bat because, just like with Takamatsu in that last inning, he knows that he's one of the hitters that the Royals need to rely on. He doesn't want to pass the baton. He wants to make something happen.
Ground ball pulled to third. It's going to get through. Back-to-back singles to start off the bottom of the 8th here, and Guelph has something cooking.
Maybe a little bit of miscommunication between shortstop and third base over there on the left side of the infield, but Miguel Geraldo will certainly take it. He waltzes into first base with the second straight single for the Royals, and we talk about setting the table. The forks, knives, napkins, glasses, they're all there. It is set. Victor Meskai, runner in scoring position, no outs. This is a real chance.
This is a fun one. Victor Meskai, who has been so good this season with an opportunity to cash in the tying run. He's been on base so much in this last little strand. He has scored a run in every ball game dating all the way back to June 25th.
Oh my goodness. I mean, that speaks not only to the way that Meskai has been playing, but also the batters around him and the batters behind him in the order. It's been such a great game that we've been able to witness here tonight between two teams that are really, at the top of their form. Two teams that are going to be jockeying for playoff position this entire second half. And what a treat, what a game to kickstart this second half of the CBL campaign here in Guelph.
Victor Meskai is currently riding a 18-game on-base streak.
That plays.
He has gone on base in every single game that he has played in so far this year. A .949 OPS, a .347 average. Inside corner called strike.
It's not too often you see a batter brushed back off the plate like that and then have the pitch also called a strike. But that's what happened there to Meskai, and counts evened up.
If the Royals can take the lead, Kevin Escorcia is out there in the bullpen ready and waiting. This is a ground ball pulled down the first baseline, but foul.
Very close down the line there at first base. If that had gone fair, the result is probably the runners moving up to second and third. And the force happening at first. But instead, we do it all over.
1-2 count. The Sky lifts this in a right center field. It's going to hang up and be caught. Gilbert is tagging. The throw into third is going to be cut off. Gilbert will advance 90 feet. The tying run 90 feet away with less than 2 outs.
Very productive at-bat for Victor Mascai. He doesn't get the base hit, doesn't drive in any runs as he was probably looking to do, but he lifts that one into the outfield with enough distance that it's a very easy run into third base for Anthony Gilbert as he stands up over there in prime position to come home and tie this game. Runners on the corners, just 1 out. Tag Goller looking to make a positive impression on this team that he joined so recently.
Tag has been on base once so far tonight. He's 0 for 2, looking for a big-time hit here or a ball deep enough to cash in the run. He's first pitch swinging. He's pulling it foul. Again, Goller had a fantastic career down at Missouri State. Comes back home to Canada, gets signed by the Guelph Royals, and gets put into big spots early on. Behind here, 0-1. Make it 0-2. Caleb Sorowski. Pumping in strikes, and that's what he's known for. Again, he's only walked 3 batters all year long.
Very commanding start to this at-bat for Sorowski.
Here's the 0-2. In the dirt, it bounces away. Geraldo's going to advance to second, so that eliminates the possibility of an ending double play.
Yeah, that is a big stop there by McGill just to get enough of it to keep it, in the range that Gilbert doesn't try to score from third. But like you said, the runner advancing to second from first, not only does it put another runner in scoring position and put the go-ahead run at second base, but it also eliminates that possibility of a double play.
So with 1 out, the infield will come in now. A base hit can score 2. A fly ball will most definitely score 1. It's a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Low and away, ball 2.
Great eye there from Gollard. The first 2 pitches of this at-bat, Sorowski was really coming after him, and, it takes some patience to lay off on that pitch. And a really good eye.
Goller looking for a moment. He's going to line this down in for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Second run is going to be held up at third, but how about that? A big moment for Tag Goller as he ties us up 5-5.
Well, that was a very clutch base hit for Tag Goller. The only problem is he hit it a little bit too hard. It was out to left field in a real hurry, and Guerrero was able to get to it quick enough that there was no chance for the runner at third to try to advance to home plate. Nevertheless, runners on the corners, and we are tied with 1 out.
So best case scenario here for the Royals, a tie ball game, less than 2 outs, runner at third. Nadal watches strike 1 go by.
Nadal 0 for 3 tonight. No better time to reach for the first time in this game.
Lifts this to center field. It's deep. Duncan camping under it. He's going to fire this one home. No, he had to trail back a little bit, so that's going to cash the run easily. And the Royals take a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 8th.
Well, that is a very clutch out from Davis Nadal. He gets enough under it that he sends it out to center field, and there is absolutely no chance for Duncan out there to make a play to home plate. Even if he ran into that throw, I don't think there was really any play. Geraldo, not a burner at third base, but that was just deep enough from Nadal that was going to score the run from third basically no matter what.
It looked initially like Duncan was camped under it, ready to throw home, but then I assume the wind just took the ball, and he just couldn't get under it. So it made it a super easy jog in for Geraldo, as Andy Leader will come in to pinch hit for Dos Santos.
Leader had a very clutch base hit, and the last game for the Royals in London back on Friday, 2 RBI single to help the Royals pick up that hugely important 8-5 win to make up a little bit of ground in the standings. And now all of a sudden the Royals in position to do that again.
Check swing foul there by Leader. Behind here 0-2.
We're likely to see Scorsia come in to try to close this one out. That's exactly what the Royals wanted in this inning.
Glavin Pineda in line for the win here. Leader watches that go by for strike 3, but it doesn't matter. The Royals, they get 2 on the board and recapture a 1-run lead. We head to the bottom of the 9th with the big lefty, Kevin Escorcia, making his way in from the bullpen. You're watching Royals TV.
To be the best, you've got to ring performance from every second. The game is getting faster every season. So Rawlings made a time machine to help you keep up. Introducing the all-new Velo ACP. It's light, it's balanced, so you can pick your pitch and drive the ball with maximum exit velocity. The game's gotten faster. Your bat has too.
Royals go to their big lefty in Kevin Escorcia to close out the ball game. Escorcia on the year. He's had a little bit of ups and downs the last time out, though. He recorded a save against London. He only gave up 1 hit in that one, struck out a batter.
And the last time we saw Scorsia here in Guelph, it was against Welland, and didn't go probably the way that he was hoping. Just the 1 inning pitched, allowed 3 runs. Only 1 of those was earned, but he had the 3 hits against. But like you said, partner, bounced back in a big way in London. Picked up the save, his 3rd save of the campaign. 1 inning of work, just the 1 hit allowed with the strikeout to help close that game out. And he'll look to do the same thing here tonight.
This one hit to Maskai over there at first, and it's a quick out, number 1.
Maskai's been busy over there at first base tonight. He's had to field quite a few ground balls and get those putouts himself, but he's been very effective. It's been a very clean game overall, I would say, defensively. Not too many mistakes on either side.
Scorcia, he again has had those ups and downs, but trying to turn himself into one of the more dominant closers here in the CBL. On the year, he has 3 saves. Trying to come across with save number 4 here.
Guerrero singled his last time up. It's a good matchup for Escorcia. You got the lefty-lefty. It's a good pocket of the lineup to use Escorcia in. Of course, he's trying to get the save, but he also gets to pitch against, you know, two batters at the bottom of this Hamilton lineup.
I still say, you take out that first appearance he had against Welland where he gave up 5. He's been lights out since, and he's lights out yet again. A beautiful off-speed for strike 3. There are 2 outs now.
Well, it's down to the top of this Hamilton order. It's going to be Brandon Nickel coming up. It's going to be the righty on the lefty. Advantage goes to Nickel in that department, but Escorcia looking so dialed in so far. And he's got a chance to put this one to bed and pick up a very valuable win for the Royals against a team that is presently just 1 game up on them in the standings.
That's a beautiful backdoor slider for strike 1. You take out that first game on May 16th where he gave up 5. He's gone 15 innings, giving up 6 earned runs. He has been terrific. This is a line shot into right field. Golaire is there, and the Royals come from behind late to get the ball game. They'll win it 6-5 with the save going to Kevin Escorcia.
What a way to kick off the second half of the season for the Guelph Royals here at Hastings Stadium. They get a game on the Hamilton Cardinals and draw level with them in the standings, moving to 15-10 on the season. They drop Hamilton down to 14-9. What an incredible performance from Elvin Liriano on the starting pitcher's mound. All around, it was a really impressive pitching performance for this Royals pitching staff, and they've got to be really happy with this result.
They start the second half of the season on the right foot, like you said, my friend, and they try to close the gap between them, Hamilton, and Welland in the standings. The final line score will look like this. Royals, 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. The Hamilton Cardinals, 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher will be Glavin Pineda. It's his first of the year. The losing pitcher will go to Caleb Sorowski. His record goes to 1-3. And Kevin Escorcia gets his 4th save of the year. From everybody here on the broadcast team, we thank you very much. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. From Zach Benoit and Max Purdon, have yourself a good night.